got a full house tonight. Ringside seat, wrestling talk on the sports box. Brian, it's hard. We'll call him Harry Dunn tonight. How about Harry Dunn? That way we call him Harry instead of Brian. Only two of us. Lou Bertessia, Mike Consalvi making his illustrious return to the ring, and Anthony Morella. We are just week and a half away from Bad Blood. Am I my calendar wrong? I know it's coming up quick. Maybe it's 2 weeks. I don't know. It's coming up soon, is all I know. Gentlemen, welcome back to the saddle.
It's good to be back. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Mike, tell me about your really cool tank you got there. It's not quite a shirt of the night, but it's a cool tank.
ECW, pretty cool tank. Kind of worn, kind of faded.
Wrestling.
My favorite tank.
That gives that ECW type of apparel character anyway, being faded.
So. Yeah, I know. I've kind of worn it out, so it looks cool like that now. Yeah.
Well, kids, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Let me see how this looks. No, I like that better like that. All right. It is episode 8. We'll kick off the show tonight. Obviously, I'm looking forward quite a bit to the Vince McMahon Netflix documentary, which will be released on September 25th. I think it's 4 or 6 1-hour episodes. Maybe it's 4. I'm curious to go around the panel and just kind of hear from you. What do you think this is going to be, right? Because I've heard that it's not exactly complimentary of Vince. It was referred to as a double shovel burial of Vince. WWE people are not happy, not upset. Like, there's a lot of, I guess, unknowns until we watch it. But just what's your read on it? What are you looking for this to be?
Is this a documentary? Like, that's what I was wondering. Is this going to be a documentary of his whole career, like starting with the beginning of his life?
I think it's a story.
Okay. So I didn't know if it was that, like starting with like the beginning of his life, how he started WWE, how he became huge, and then how he got into all this stuff that he's in now. But they are very lucky that probably when they were making this, that all that stuff came out about him. Probably gave him some good content to put on the last few episodes of this. But I wonder where it was going before that happened. So I wonder how much it changed from when they started production of it to, what happened by the end. But I used to have a DVD, that McMahon DVD. It was like the WWE one. And that was just like his whole life. Obviously produced by WWE, but that was awesome. But I can't wait to watch it. And it's on Netflix. Everybody's going to watch it on Netflix. You know what I mean? Even non-wrestling fans are going to watch it. I can't wait.
Well, I'll take it then. Yeah, I mean, I'm anxious to watch it too. As a lifelong WWE fan, Vince is just one of those like icons from the childhood. Really, it's unfortunate that all that crazy stuff did come out. But like as a wrestling fan, I'm definitely intrigued to watch it, and it's gonna be interesting to see how, because it was probably gonna lean towards like the greatest promoter in the history of humanity. That's probably where it was going to originally, but it's definitely, there's no way they're going to ignore all that all those allegations and stuff. So now I'm just, like I said, I'm just curious to see it. I'm anxious to see it because that's our childhood right there. That WWE. We're here at 30 some odd years of age talking about wrestling. It's because we've been fans for forever, and Vince is a part of that childhood, so it's kind of like, I guess for me, it's another one of those things, like something else from the childhood is like closing its doors. So that's how I'm like going into looking at this documentary. But that's just me.
Yeah, like I'm interested. Are they gonna like do the whole passing of the torch from his father to him in the beginning? Is it gonna be like sequential order, or is it gonna bounce around a lot from like when he did get the company and then like when he was I guess after Gorilla Monsoon had passed, he became the top announcer, and then even though he was still in charge back in Gorilla and everything, like how is it all gonna, you know what I mean, be set up?
Gorilla Monsoon, that's your uncle, ain't?
Well, cousin's
uncle.
Everybody's a cousin in this damn town.
Well, we're not really from Hamilton. But I agree with you. Everybody in this town is related. Most
Related to Gorilla? Is that true?
that's the rumor.
Harambe. He's related to Harambe.
He was a
His
Morella.
his last name's Morella. So,
He's from Hamilton.
but in regards to the documentary, I mean, we already know what sells. Besides, I mean, Vince alone was interesting enough, and his whole entire story is interesting enough, and how he built the company. But then he add this to the mix. Of course, that's going to sell, and that's what they're going to probably hit on the most. Sadly, because I think there's a lot more to Vince than that. But I just can't wait to see it.
Yep.
I hate what happened to Vince, man. Honestly,
I know.
Well,
I
you know,
really
it's like-
hate it. I wish it didn't happen. It sucks. And then Hogan's ruined his reputation. Vince has ruined his reputation. The whole thing, man.
Everybody has, dude.
well,
Almost all of them.
they say
Money
that
and fame,
you
that's what it does to you.
they say that you go out the hero or hang around long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, he sure did that.
All right, Batman.
Well, it's true though, but the history of wrestling is intertwined with Vince McMahon's life more than anybody that ever could be, right? So you can't discuss wrestling history and its infancy and everything else without talking about Vince McMahon. And I think in this day and age, people sometimes they can't separate the good things someone did in their life and the bad things someone was alleged to do in their life, and it is what it is, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's just how the reality is. Kevin Carrazzo loves the Raw as War tea with
That's my
Harry
boy,
Dunn.
Kevin.
I'm very interested. I mean, I'm going to probably binge watch the whole thing the first night. I'm probably not going to be able to turn it off.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait till a weekend and watch the whole thing.
Most things on Netflix. I binge watched the other day. And even though I already saw the the NBC and the FX version about the Menendez brothers, that was good. Like any documentary on that. Well, I'm into all that law shit, but we don't have to talk about that. But it was good.
And then he grew that creepy mustache, and that didn't do him any favors either. Like,
I know.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
Right.
it's like
Well,
looks
so
like
in the Netflix one, not to get off topic, Javier Bardem played their dad, who he's just a great actor. So
yeah, I like that guy. He looks
Oh, he's
like
fantastic. Yeah.
Vince McMahon looks like Gomez now from Adam,
Gomez.
or like Vincent Price or something. What a weirdo.
He would be a good Gomez.
Yeah, he was like, I'm committing to the weirdo thing. I'm the mustache.
Yeah, I wonder what he looks like now.
Probably.
was lame.
Yeah, he was lame. Shout out to Vince, dude.
I mean,
That's the Miz.
benefits of the job, right?
Living the dream.
We keep seeing changes to WWE TV. Obviously, SmackDown has now left Fox, has gone to USA. Raw is in this weird, like, they're going to go to 2 hours for a while until it goes to Netflix in January.
Good.
And SmackDown will go to 3 hours.
Thank God.
We were talking months ago when this whole Netflix thing happened. Would there be ads on Netflix? Apparently, there are going to be ads on Netflix. It is going to stay 3 hours. And again, I mean, we're so used to it now, but they keep saying how the third hour is so hard to write, but they don't seem to be dropping back to 2. So I guess they're going to just figure it out. NXT is going to see that. There's just a lot of change going on. What are your general thoughts on 2 hours versus 3 hours? Should it be 2? Should it be 3?
The
Well,
third
here's
quarter
the-
is hard to get to. I can't
Yeah.
watch it to get there. With SmackDown, like pay-per-view, I could do it, but not SmackDown.
It's I can't.
Yeah.
With work and everything. I can't stay up, so I'll DVR it. Plus the kids can watch it. So
So that's my point.
Tim.
Hi Tim.
So
It is a lot, but I will say it's not like they don't have the talent and the creative to book a 3 hour show, but I mean, you could do a lot in 2 hours.
Yeah.
well, that's my whole point. If you're gonna have anything be 3 hours, it might as well be SmackDown. It's on Friday. Most
Yeah.
people are off on Saturday.
Right.
Can't make Monday Night Raw 3 hours and people.
No, it's
go to
smart
bed,
because
you know.
kids can stay up and watch it, and obviously
Exactly.
ratings will go up.
Right.
And to answer your point, you're always going to have ads, dude. I mean, that's the world we live in today.
Mhm.
Everything is sponsored. So, I mean,
So it's going to be 2 hours with the ads.
No.
no.
When it goes to
Oh.
Netflix, it's going to be 3 hours with the ads.
Oh,
It's 2 hour. It's 2 hours on Raw right now, I think, because USA did not want to commit to 6 hours of WWE programming every week.
Right.
Until Netflix. Oh, okay. Until
Yeah.
Netflix.
I'll be honest though. I mean, like where I'm at in my life now, the only time I will make time to watch a show in its entirety is the pay-per-views, and even then, you know, it's like the major ones. And at this point, you know, I think we've all been instilled enough with Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even where you can catch the highlights of what happened, you know, without having to sacrifice 3 hours to sit in front of the TV. So like, you know, it sucks because the product where it is now, it's so good across the entirety. Whereas like 5 years ago, it sucked. It completely sucked. And you know, we stayed watching because we're literal fans. You know, at that point, it would have made sense to go to 2. Now that the show is on fire, it makes sense to leave it at 3. But I think where the streaming has been and where it's going, I don't really think it matters. Because like they don't even look at ratings anymore. They look at YouTube views, how many likes up, you know, the most likes. It's all about likes and views. So like, you know, I don't think it really matters how long the shows go on for.
Hey, while we're on that topic, go ahead.
Yes, I
Thank
like
you.
that. About that.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
why
the
not?
others.
Yeah.
And guys, the other thing is
Spread the word.
there's so many. The roster's so deep. You have to try to give everybody screen time. I think that's a big reason also that I think they want to keep it 3 hours as opposed to dropping down to 2. But you know, can't have your cake and eat it too type thing.
If you got rid of the Wyatts, you could have another segment for
here we
somebody
go.
else. I'm just saying.
Right.
It's gotten better, dude.
I'm just saying.
They should bring
Hating
Bill
shit. I mean, the
Chopper
dude,
squash match.
the dude died a year ago, and you're hating on. Come on now, man.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not hating on him. I'm hating on the Wyatt 6.
You believe this shit?
Put it this way:
You
once
believe this?
Has it
once
been
the
years?
nostalgia wears off on it, that's the only
thought I
reason
liked
it's
you, Lou.
relevant. I mean, you can only get away with the supernatural 5-6 man group for so long before you don't have anything to do.
I
mean,
agree.
now
Finally
look,
getting
they
away
beat up
from
the
the
Gables.
A group, American made. Thank God.
That's what I mean. They beat
I
up the
agree.
Gables. Look, and now they're coming back with vignettes. They're coming back better than they were before. So like you're supposed to bury somebody, but through them going through the Wyatts, now they're gonna be elevated a little bit.
I believe.
I believe.
That was
Anyway,
so
that was
funny
a
when
tangent.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
he was like, "I know who that is. That's Bo Dallas." Like it was like the funniest thing. The way he just delivered it, it was like yeah, we know. That's the funny part. I'm gonna be very curious to see again. You know, people talk about the ratings and everything else, and that's always where we laugh. I mean, but like the AEW just defenders and all that they just don't care about whatever. It's fine. Tim is telling you to suspend your disbelief, Lou.
Yes.
So it's still real to Tim, Lou.
It's still real.
Yeah.
To me.
Don't give it away.
Come on, Lou.
I'm just saying. But go ahead.
But the better, this is new for Netflix too. You know, the live ads, live
Charisma, Lou.
things like that. I'm gonna be very curious to see how they actually implement it, because now they're not going to be as like segment time. Like, oh, we got a commercial break here. Like they can do whatever they want. It's Netflix. They own everything. They can put their ads wherever they want to. I think it's going to change the way we view it. Compared to, again, just over the air TV. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be different.
Like last week with, when they brought Tessitore on and they had that first hour was commercial free. Like, I think they're trying to prepare us what it could be like, you know what I mean? For January when it does make its big debut. I honestly hate Raw right now because of the fact that every time there's a match, it's like, oh, and we'll get back to you. There's too many commercials. I say it's my
Every
kids.
time.
There's every 5 minutes. There's a damn commercial. Like, how many times do I need to see the preview for the next Law and Order and then Anonymous show on USA Network? I don't give a shit. Like, thank God Netflix is going to eliminate that crap. And okay, maybe you'll get car commercials and this, that, and the other thing. But we get that with like NFL games and everything. So, but yeah, USA is. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though. Let me chime in here with this real quick too. I thought I'm a fight fan. I love boxing. I love MMA. I watch all types of Muay Thai. I'm a fight fan. I thought Joe Tessitore. I was a little skeptical about Joe Tessitore, but let me give him his flowers because that man did his homework. He knows the moves. He knows the people. He knows the storylines. And like I thought he was gonna be a little bit like too over eccentric, on the Raw telecast, but he's doing a phenomenal job. I really enjoyed Joe Tessitore's work thus far.
Is he the replacement for Pat McAfee?
Well, so they moved Cole and what was it, Wade Barrett? I think,
Wade, yeah.
to SmackDown, and now it's no. I'm sorry, no.
Wade is on Raw.
Wade is on Raw with Tessitore, and Graves and Cole are on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee will be back after bowl season, Mike.
How'd they get Tessitore? How did he end up there?
They liked his voice.
Change.
They like his voice,
And he's got a very good sports voice, I think.
Yeah.
He's good.
He does.
Seriously, he was good with college football. He's done. I've heard him do. God, a lot of shit. Honestly,
He does fights. He's amazing.
does
At
fights. Yeah.
boxing. Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's very good.
Up you're on me, Brian.
Yeah, I saw lips moving. That was it.
I moved my mic and hit the mute button.
Nice. Good
How
job.
will you remember the Fox era of SmackDown?
It was mostly
Tribal
Roman
Chief,
Reigns.
I guess the Tribal Chief was
Yeah,
the mainstay,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Dominated by Roman Reigns.
Next question.
Well, I understand why they have to.
Sorry.
If the crowd is
That
saying,
was good, Lou.
if the crowd is like cursing, they have to block it out on over the air broadcast TV. The fact that they're doing that on USA is really annoying. Like if you're on cable, you shouldn't have to worry about the crowd saying "holy shit" or anything like that. Like on Fox, I get it. It's just really super annoying when it's on regular TV. Like we've known
yeah.
this
You're
forever.
absolutely right. It's stupid because why are you bleeping out a crowd? Let the crowd. I mean, I will say that's one thing AEW doesn't do.
Yeah.
They let the fans speak. Too bad there's like only 7,000 people in the audience, but
Oh, it went up.
There's no way there's that.
maybe 200. Sorry, it's despicable.
Maybe 7,000.
700.
I mean, when you're hosting a show at the Hershey Bears Arena and you get more fans for a Hershey Bears hockey game than a wrestling event, there's a problem there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
They want to do a show at Globe Life.
Brian, it's hard. Brian is.
I'm going.
The pay-per-views.
They do a show at Globe Life. I'm going.
I mean, you'll probably be able to. You have a lot of ballroom.
I bet it'll sell out.
Ballroom.
I'm gonna
Sell
try
out.
that out. It's
That's
wait,
not selling out.
I think
How
it's
are they surviving?
Mike.
Like with like ticket sales? I don't understand.
They don't have to because Tony Khan's full of money and this is his pet project.
They out here they do a lot of the ROH and AEW filming out here. They do it in Garland. Every couple months they come back, and over the summer they did a tour where they stayed here for like 2 months and filmed like 14 shows. And they did some of the ROH pay-per-views and a bunch of rampages and stuff.
ROH is still decent.
And I think they like are trying to make a little following out here. So maybe in the future when they come out here, they get a bigger crowd. But I just think in general, people like wrestling. I mean, if there was a big show, if AEW did a show in Citizens Bank, y'all wouldn't go. Like I would go just because I like wrestling.
AEW does shows in arenas every week and nobody goes.
Yeah, they're like weekly
Yeah,
shows.
their only stadium
there's a
show
big-
is
there was a
is
big
either
pay-per-view. You had nothing else to do.
Jacksonville
Like, why not? I would want to go. I just like seeing wrestling shows. I don't even follow AEW that closely, but I like their roster, but I don't follow the show that close.
Speaking of AEW, Mike, thank you for the transition there. Lucha Bros, reportedly, it's a pretty solid report, has signed in WWE. There's also rumored interest WWE has in Daniel Garcia from AEW. They've also, I don't even have it noted here.
Really?
What?
Well,
Why
like-
Garcia?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. They also signed Motor City Machine Guns, which I'm going to assume are not going to be called the Motor City Machine Guns.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
It's possible.
I heard they're not going.
It's possible.
Motor City Machine Guns apparently are not getting a main roster
They're
move.
going to
They're
NXT.
going to be going to NXT. So
They're old, aren't they?
yeah,
They're real old. They're gonna go to NXT.
they've been around for a while. Well, you see what NXT's doing.
Who's that? Is
Guys
that
back and,
Nathan and Alex Shelley?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, they're coming to WWE, huh? Finally. That's crazy.
Everybody's doing it.
I know. I'm excited about the Lucha Bros. I love Pentagon.
I am too.
I love him. He's like one of my favorites.
Brian doesn't like it.
Since I first saw him in Lucha Underground back when I used to watch
That's
that.
what I said. See?
I love him, and I saw him out here at a Lucha show. Got a couple pictures with him. I'll send them to you.
They both, when they're together, they both can flat out wrestle. I will say,
They're unreal, dude.
The tag matches that AEW has had that were good featured them and the Young Bucks, and they put on a freaking show. Like,
and what
that was the match of the night.
They're going to SmackDown. What's the LWO on?
They're on Raw right now.
They're on Raw.
But they need to go away because it's just too much.
Yeah.
They need to go with the Wyatt Six. You see that? Get rid of both of them. See?
No. They need to
also, like Lou, you're right. Like
Wyatt 8.
They're getting into like too many factions now. Like enough is enough.
They are. Too many factions, and they're all lame, in my opinion.
Like your main one, right? Like was always the Judgment,
the Bloodline,
and
that's
the Bloodline, exactly.
Yeah.
Like now you have the Terror Twins. Like
that's not even a faction.
Made, Wyatt Six, LWO, Phantasma, whatever the fuck they're called.
And I'm not a huge.
The girls got a
Bloodline
now.
Chase you.
Yeah, I was never a Bloodline guy.
That is.
I think the Bloodline was kind of like a natural faction, and it worked. But the other factions, I feel like they're just forced.
Well, the Bloodline's family too. Like that's why it works. I mean,
the Y6 just seems really forced. Even Judgment Day, I've kind of always felt is a little bit forced. It's a little bit cheesy.
What was that last?
They're really popular, and I really like Rhea Ripley. I think it was good for some like Dominic.
Yeah.
But
Mike, did you
like
see
Rhea Ripley?
Mike, did you watch that match that he's talking about? That's the match I was talking about.
Lucha Bros and Young Bucks.
The tag belts, yeah.
No.
It's one of Atard's top 10 matches of all time.
I don't even know who's in it. What?
The Lucha Bros, they can go. The problem with the Lucha Bros in WWE is like every luchador, they have to, in order for a luchador to be good in WWE, you have to have another luchador. So like you can't bring that style against a regular WWE wrestler.
Or someone like
which is why Sin Cara failed. The Dragon guy failed. Like in reality, Rey Mysterio had to change his style too. He had to be like the what was he, the ultimate underdog or whatever? Like he wasn't Rey Mysterio Jr. doing the flips and all the crazy stuff. He was jumping out into the crowd. He had to change his style. So the Lucha Bros, I think they probably would benefit by staying in NXT, because that's where you see more of like the hardcore wrestling as opposed to the storytelling that's on the main roster. But I mean, if they were to ever let Penta Cero Miedo go, that guy, he can go with anybody. And he'll make a great match with anybody. Penta Cero Miedo is he's regarded in the lucha community as probably the best luchador that we have today. That's how good he is. But again, in WWE, they don't really do that well. So we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Ray is the high flyer, and Penta does some flips, but he's not really like a high flyer. He does a lot of strong style stuff. He's got a great moveset, but he also has an awesome character and like a really striking look that I think can grab people. And
De Niro.
Yeah, he's got the hand thing. He's got a saying. He can be awesome in WWE.
He's not gonna have.
I can't wait to see him. I never thought he'd be in WWE, but this is going to be really interesting to see. I hope they don't change his character. There's not really much to change. Guy doesn't speak English. Like you can't do anything with him besides just be him.
Are they bringing that?
They're going to change his character.
They're not going to. I don't think you can change his character, but I wonder what his name is going to be. Because everywhere he goes, he's always changed his name. He's had like 50 different names.
Are they bringing that manager that they had?
I wonder what they're going to call him.
Jose Lothario?
Lothario.
I can't wait to.
I'm sorry, but what
they call them the Lucha Bros? They'll probably change that, maybe, right? I don't know if they own.
Oh yeah.
I think that's when I started to not like Shawn Michaels.
They might on the
To
right
get his
side.
own trainer and stuff. Like, come on now, dude.
I'm gonna buy me some Lucha Bros WWE gear. I can't wait. Better be good too.
You're gonna buy WWE gear? No.
Yeah, I have some WWE gear.
On occasion?
Yeah, I mean, I got my Cody shirt. I gotta have my Cody shirt. I have like my WrestleMania stuff. I buy WrestleMania. I buy event merch.
You got a Michigan letter jacket?
No, I have a St. Joe one.
Wait. How do you not have a Michigan letter jacket?
Come on. It's a team.
That's your boy.
I should have worn one today.
Your brothers.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
And the headset.
But
In the
you
rest
gotta
of
earn that
the
jacket, man. That's a go jacket.
Michigan's going to get that ass
Only-
kicked again.
Will Watts got one.
Okay.
How about that?
Another
Will-
style.
You know, Mike.
Will, where do you rank the Steiners on the all-time tag team list?
I got to get a drink.
Like, where in your top 5 are you going to put the Steiners? That's what I should say. Where in your top 3? Go Blue. Go. I mean, what
Yeah,
about
so that's
the
top 2. Easily.
Not top 2.
Will,
That's
where
what-
are you putting the
that's what Will
Steiners?
said.
5.
5. Oh,
That's good.
That's where I have them.
I can't name 4 tag teams better than them.
Mark says just Venmo him the money. Don't buy any Cody gear.
Venmo who the money?
Our foundation.
Mark Demizio.
Oh.
What did he say?
Why, is he selling Cody gear?
Hardys.
He has the Hardys at 1.
Hardy's one? I could deal with that.
Oof.
I could do that.
Oof. That's terrible.
Dudley's 2. Okay.
Dudley's 2. That's fine.
Where's the
Hardy's at 1.
I'm gonna let Will go. Let's see. You gives me
going?
a 3 and a 4.
Edge and
No.
Christian 3. Okay.
Next.
No, I wouldn't agree
You're gonna
with
give me
that.
4 in a minute.
Edge and Christian 3.
Who?
Are you just doing WWE or
I
all-time
don't know.
tag teams?
You just lost
Me?
Mike now.
No, him.
I think he's doing 2,000 on.
I can't
Sounds right.
deal with the Usos being in front of the Steiners. That's insane.
I will agree with you on that. That's like putting a new name there.
Dude, the
That
Usos
was,
are horrible.
but that was his personal list. That wasn't
Hold on.
all time. That was his favorite.
Yeah.
So
Are we-
I don't know the answer to this. Did they ever have a match with each other? Did they ever
Who?
feud?
Who?
Rick and Scott.
Maybe in like WCW.
Yes, when they broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't WWE, correct? That was
No, it was
WCW.
No, not
WCW.
WWE. Yeah.
It was WCW.
Is that when like Scott, went to Big Papa Pump? Is that kind of
Yeah.
like that?
No,
Yeah,
it was
probably,
when Scott turned on him and joined NWO,
It's a good list. I respect it. Will.
and then they had the two of them fight at like Super Brawl or something like that.
Super Brawl? What a name!
I don't even remember that.
I like
You remember that pay
I
per
love
view?
watching old WCW pay-per-views.
I love the gimmick pay per view that NXT
Yeah.
took from them. Halloween Havoc. I love
Yeah, I
that.
do like that they do that. It's
For
pretty
sure.
cool.
Speaking of tag team champions,
Better than the Great American Bash. God,
So
We
we're gonna
should
play.
get into the
We're gonna play a
I
little.
like the Great American Bash. I miss
I
the
like
old.
the old. I like the old look to it. I don't
Me
like
too.
the way the WWE did to it.
Oh yeah. But what about the ones in like the early 2000s? Those bashes. Those were cool.
No, they were good. Yeah.
Yeah, they were cool.
We're gonna play a little game.
Oh yeah. Let's play.
10 titles for Thursday.
Scissors.
I am going to put up a photo of a random championship. Now, some of them you're going to be like, oh, I mean, you're going to know what they all are, but it's just a random championship. I went around the interwebs today and took pictures of 10 championships. And I want you to tell me, who do you associate with this belt? For some of them, I may say, not this person. I may give you a belt.
So wait, hold on. Are you going to show a belt with a person already?
No.
All right.
I'm just going to show the belt.
That's
And
awesome.
I may say, but not this guy.
Gotcha.
Will, you're watching from Canada?
We're everywhere.
Wow.
The sports box is a very
This
wide
is
range. of
worldwide.
We need to be everywhere.
Yeah, we're like international superstars.
All right.
We could be.
Are you ready?
I mean, we are.
let's do it.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Debut.
Are we going one at a time?
D'Lo.
D'Lo Brown.
Damn. Triple H.
DX Shawn Michaels.
Triple
Ooh.
H.
All right. So all of that is wrong.
What?
The correct answer is Shane McMahon.
No.
No, it's not.
The correct answer is Shane McMahon in the middle of the ring saying, "Listen up, X-Pac, I got your number. We're going to have a Greenwich Street fight in the back the week before
Oh
WrestleMania
my
50."
God, those clowns from Greenwich.
Who was the first European champion? Was it Bulldog?
I think it had to be Bulldog.
Oh, it was Sean.
I'm thinking it might be Sean too, but I think it's Bulldog.
Yeah, because they introduced this belt when they were overseas on that UK tour.
Thank you, Tim.
That wasn't
Tim's got it. See?
Shane O'Mac.
Tim Afghanistan.
Yep. Yeah, I thought Sean was the first
Shane was
champion
not the
too.
first
but-
winner of it. Hold on. Shane was not the first winner of it. No.
You're going to make me look.
No, Shane wasn't
No.
the first winner.
No, I don't think Shane would. No. I'm saying
You asked who the first winner was.
Yeah,
So
I
think Mike's right. I think it was HBK.
Bulldog. Here, let's Google it.
I got it.
Oh,
Yeah, I said Sean.
Google me.
The
God,
I love
European
that belt though, with
Championship.
all the different flags on it and everything.
it's a good
Yeah,
belt.
that's a good belt.
So,
So good.
the
Why don't they
inaugural
bring that
tournament,
back?
saw the British Bulldog pin Owen Hart to win the European.
Wow.
How about that?
And then
Where was
Sean,
it?
97.
Where it was?
I think
Was that in
I think
England?
you're right though, Mike, because HBK, bad HBK beat or heel HBK beat Bulldog for it at like In Your House or something.
Yeah.
Because he took that belt against Bret Hart. He was
Oh,
a European
Germany.
champion. At
We
the
are.
Sweden.
No. Will, that's who is the first wrestler that comes to mind when you see this belt? Who do you associate it with?
I said Triple H. Triple H was champion.
Are you thirsty?
European champion for a while.
Miz, I'm thirsty, Miz.
What are you drinking?
It's a Philly standard.
Is that urine? What is that?
I'm drinking mango iced tea.
Lou,
Sounds
what do you
bad.
have in your Lou? What do you have in your oversized WWE Solo Cup?
Milk.
Just water.
Yeah, real quick. By a show of hands, who likes strawberry
Tequila.
Starburst?
Did he say tequila and water?
Just
The
water.
red is the best.
This is really, really good.
Oh wow.
I said
Very
adding
nice.
Cherry. Cherry
It-
over.
It
That's
is
Starburst?
really, really good, and it tastes just like strawberry Starburst.
All right, what's the next belt?
All right,
Next.
next belt. We ready?
Damn, I got something on my
3,
forehead.
2, 1.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
Brock
I
Brock.
have to say Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Yeah, Brock
I-
Lesnar.
You know what? You know what I think of immediately?
Undertaker.
Shooting
Kurt
Star
Angle.
Press, WrestleMania
Yeah,
19.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
Kurt.
only like a few guys that have worn that belt.
Yeah.
I think
very-
I think of the match between Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar when he practically broke his neck.
That's it.
That's,
Yeah, Shooting Star Press.
that's Brock Lesnar's belt right there. Babe.
Yeah.
Go
Say
to
Brock.
play.
Wore that
By the way,
during
can
his
I-
last run.
Can I just make a point here? This is just one of my pet peeves, right?
I don't like that
The
belt.
fact that it says the word entertainment spelled out on the belt bothers me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that
stupid.
is kind of weird. Do other ones not
Very
say?
strange.
They do. Like, okay, so if I went back, now I know this is not the worst. I mean, again, this is when it was WWF, right?
Yeah, Federation.
Federation.
World Wrestling Federation.
No, and I hear you. I know it's not that anymore, but what I'm saying is I think there's something different about saying WWE and saying World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
we
I
don't,
agree with
no
that.
one ever says that.
Yeah.
We always just say WWE.
Right. So when you spell it out, it just feels
It
awkward.
looks stupid.
I agree. They could have
Go back to
changed
that
it
European
on its own.
belt. Let me see the flags on that European belt.
It's Sweden, Portugal,
Germany.
Great Britain, Norway,
Greece, Switzerland.
Germany, Italy, France, Spain.
Oh, there's some. I didn't see the ones on the bottom. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
I just saw those 6. I was like, how did they randomly pick
You got
those
Italy,
6?
France. You got everything in there.
Belgium, and the
Is
Netherlands.
that the entirety of Europe there?
Is that France twice?
Yeah, they messed up. One of them, it's supposed to be the Netherlands and France.
No, it might not be.
You know what I think?
Wait, no, they got France 3 times. There's 3 Frances. There's one on the right hand side.
No, there's like
and there's
two.
2 on the bottom.
Real quick. While we're on the topic,
got
AEW
3
had the
Fran-
All Atlantic Championship and had Russia and Japan on it.
There's 2 Portugal flags too, Mike. There's 2 Portugal flags. Why?
What? Who made that belt? Is that a I
It
need
was
footage.
put together back in the day. It was
I
just
have if I have 4 more of these, I might put a French flag on every one of them.
Oh my god, I've never actually heard this before. This is crazy.
I didn't realize that.
I'm trying to hold on.
3 French flags and 2 Portuguese flags?
Regardless, it's still a sick belt.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
It's
I'm
cool.
trying. I'm trying to put up this AEW belt because of how stupid it is.
It's
Hold
good
on.
shape.
Nah, don't put it up.
Good
No,
shape.
you got to see it though. Wait. It's
Is it
coming.
the American or the
No,
All Atlantic?
it's the All Atlantic Championship.
Oh, we got to
Okay.
say somebody's name then. I already got my name.
It's for the Atlantic Ocean.
So hold on.
MJF.
Why am I seeing a Japanese flag and a Chinese flag for the All Atlantic Championship?
That's Tony Khan.
Mexico, Great Britain, China. Okay,
Canada.
still Great Britain. They're touching the Atlantic. Canada, USA.
What the hell does Japan have to do with the Atlantic Ocean?
Bro,
MJF changed the title. He changed it to the All American.
Yeah, he changed it to the All American. He's such a great dude.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whatever. The point is, somebody failed a geography class.
well, at least they didn't have 4.
And his name is
Japan
Tony
flag.
Khan.
Tim says Orange Cassidy. All right. Next belt. You
Tony
ready?
Khan's on that shit.
Next belt. You ready?
We ready?
3, 2, 1.
LOD.
Ooh.
Mhm.
LOD.
See, with the silver, this is the old one.
LOD.
I'd probably say Demolition.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with that silver plate. Because there was the all gold plated one too, but this is
The natural disasters.
Yeah. But Owen and Yoko held that version, didn't they, as well?
This
The
one
silver?
here.
I don't know.
I don't remember the silver ones. Why did they choose silver? Do we know? Is there logic behind this?
It's pretty cool.
I'm just thinking the silver face
Yeah,
paint.
I mean, so this version specifically is a very old version.
So like
Yes, we know.
1989?
Yeah, like golden era. This is
Yeah.
what they had. With the WWF, of course.
So then are we talking
That is
Yeah,
a sick
I guess
belt design, though. I like that a lot.
who held the belts before Demolition?
I like it too.
I would say Heart Foundation.
Yeah, Heart Foundation probably.
Foundation, yeah, that's a good one.
I think they definitely had the silver plated belts.
They definitely did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I remember seeing a picture.
But I like the blue and the red. It makes
I like how the newer belts, they kind of inquired a little bit of the old school look to them. Like they brought back that part.
Yeah. Did Money Inc. ever hold those titles?
They
I don't
did.
think-
I don't think it was this style.
I don't think it was the silver. I think they held the gold ones
Okay. All right.
because
Yeah,
they
they did hold the gold ones.
They held them. Didn't they lose to Brutus Barber Beefcake and Hogan for the belts at that one WrestleMania?
That sounds right.
Right? Wasn't that a title match?
Yeah, this to me, it's Demolition or the Heart Foundation. I think.
Yeah,
is
it
the
screams
right
those two
answer.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they both battled, so let's split it with them.
Okay.
Yeah, Demolition.
Yeah, Demolition
All right.
without Crush.
Now, this is the first. This is the first one, and maybe the only one
I'm thirsty.
that I give you. Pick a different name. Okay. So I'm going to put a belt up, and I'm going to give you a name that you can't say, and it's going to be obvious why you can't say it. Good.
Sure.
3, 2, 1. Not John Cena.
Edge.
Edge, without question.
Mhm.
Everybody's.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause he
Triple H held
made
that
the
for a
spinner
minute.
belt
as well.
into the rated R belt.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Triple H held that for a minute. CM Punk held that.
CM Punk is
Yeah, Triple H. Yeah.
CM Punk.
this.
Brahma Bull held it for one day.
This is the
How
belt.
excited is Brian
This
about
this
wearing
this is
that?
the belt that was in CM Punk's fridge.
yeah, but I still
knew
say
it had to
Cena
go.
and Edge.
I
When
knew
I
it
see
had to
this
go
belt,
back
I see
to
Cena and Edge.
Yeah.
Getting Randy Orton.
I see the World
Miz?
Heavyweight Championship with Randy Orton.
Oh, the Miz. Yeah, the Miz as well. That was
Miz, yeah.
turn it into an M for sure. You know, when he won the championship, right? Then when he cashed in the first time, his first title defense against Jerry the King Lawler wasn't
I
Philly.
remember that.
Wasn't Philly in a ladder match. I remember I
Ladder
was
match,
the only bozo in my section
Oh my
standing up and
goodness.
applauding for the Miz. Because I was such a fan of his at the time. I mean, I'm a fan of his now, but at the time, I was such a fan of his. I'm looking around like, is nobody gonna I was the only one.
Everybody wanted Jerry Lawler to win, though.
And,
I mean, yeah, Jerry Lawler the ovation that night was huge for Lawler, but
Yep.
yeah, that
and are
was
you
that.
a fan of Maurice?
Was that?
Brian's not. Hard.
Yeah.
I think that's like you
That's a
can't
good
not be.
All right. You ready?
It's like not being a Steiner Brothers fan, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Look at
I mean, that actually, Maurice and Scott Steiner at one point probably had the same chest size. So,
Oh,
all right, ready?
Are bigger than
probably
her.
both as good on the microphone too. Oh my god,
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
dreadful.
Hey,
That's not a belt.
That was
that's not a belt. We believe.
Can't say
that was all for Lou's edification and nobody else's.
Can't say Joe Hendry.
An NXT championship.
We believe in Joe Hendry.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
May Young.
That's
Hogan.
Hogan, obviously.
Yeah, Hogan.
I think it's got to be right. I don't think there's anybody else. I mean that
Was that he's the only one to wear that design, right?
It was
No.
Nah, probably Sheik.
Sheik had the gold. I mean, the green strap one, didn't he?
Actually, fellas,
He,
I have
he
that
won
belt.
the green
Had a green
strap.
strap.
Fellas, I have that belt.
Might
on
be
Hulk
right.
Hogan right here,
I'm pretty sure Andre had this belt.
Okay.
just so you know.
I don't think
Yeah.
Andre did.
Yeah, Andre's when he won that title, it was the Winged Eagle.
It was the
He
wing.
did.
When Andre won the title,
One in quotes.
Hogan has that belt
was
right
Winged
here.
Eagle.
Hogan.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Hogan.
that's sick.
Can we look up? Can we look up who's held that specific belt? Is it only Hogan?
So WWE Shop refers to it as the Andre the Giant World Heavyweight Championship.
He did not wear that.
I don't think he
I
wore
know.
that. Mm-mm. I think
Idiotic.
only Hogan wore that.
They call it the Andre 87 belt.
All right, I'm gonna look this up.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right, let's all look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
You know
Stay
what?
in the
You
truck,
look
man.
it up, and then I'll just say that I also did.
Stay in the truck, Ant.
Why is it called the 1987 Andre the Giant belt?
Because that was a great year, dude. Come on.
87 was a good year.
I wasn't even born yet, dude.
I was born.
That's so weird.
That I wasn't born yet?
Deep dive on the Andre 87
So
belt.
that belt was actually started in 86. The Andre belt was different in 87. They're two different designs. And then Vince got rid of it.
That
And
was
brought in
that
the-
is not so. Ryan, that is not the Dusty belt. The Dusty belt was like
This is like
brown
a
and yeah.
Rectangle.
the Winged Eagle started in 1990 with
Here you go. History of the real.
That Winged Eagle was
Ultimate
WrestleMania 4.
Warrior.
No way, because Hulk Hogan won it at 5.
No, it says Warrior changed it to the yellow strap. Remember the
Yes.
yellow wing belt?
Yeah. Which, by the way, the colored belts are stupid.
Yeah, they were stupid.
All right,
There was
here-
blue. See the blue one?
We ready?
All right, sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Maurice.
Nikki.
Nikki. To me, it was Nikki Bella.
Yes.
Maurice.
That's the worst belt of all time.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not at all disputing that.
I'm gonna say Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, I'll go with
She ran that belt for a while, dude. I'm serious.
AJ Lee held that.
Paige.
Paige. Yeah.
Paige.
Uh,
But Beth had multiple title defenses, and I don't know. I just see Beth Phoenix.
I think it's CM Punk when I see that belt.
The glamorous son, Beth.
seriously, dude. That's
You should wear
yeah,
that.
it's a punk though.
Yeah, that looks like a CM Punk belt.
You think that looks like CM Punk?
I think
yeah.
Eugene should wear that belt.
100%.
What a stupid character.
I mean that's just
Oh, I don't want to spoil our next topic for next week. Worst character.
I'm talking about Eugene
Worst
next week.
gimmicks in history, fellas.
all right. I got AJ Lee coming from Tim. I like that too. I like that one. All
Item right.
right, ready?
Hide him right.
2, 1.
Taz.
Taz.
Sad bit.
Taz.
Taz.
I think there's two answers to this. I think it's Taz or Rob Van Dam.
No,
Mm.
Rob Van Dam
I would say Taz. I'm not
No,
gonna
no,
Taz
no.
Lane.
Hold on.
hold that in ECW.
I think
Yeah, he
RVD was the TV champion more than the heavyweight.
That's
Correct.
Yeah.
So Taz deserves this belt. Rob Van Dam would get the TV belt. Am I wrong, Mike?
No, you're right. Rob Van Dam didn't hold the belt until he won it from
John
John
Cena.
and that was in WWE.
Yeah. That specific design too
It's Taz.
is associated with Rhino as well. Rhino at the end.
Yeah, Rhino.
Yeah.
Suplex machine, Taz.
Steve
Yeah.
Corino.
Reno.
No Sandman love?
I don't think he held this version of that.
Yeah, he held
a
that.
different belt.
Mm-hmm.
Was
When
Savage
like
champ.
when like Raven and the Sandman and they were all winning that title, I think it was different. This one
Yeah, they
came
had
out like towards
like
the
a
end.
longer eagle one.
One other
ECW
person comes to my mind is Shane Douglas, the franchise.
Yeah. 100%.
Bam Bam.
But yeah, I
Bam
don't
and
think
Oh,
franchise
okay.
held that version though. There was a different
Okay,
version
Bam
of
Bam,
ECW.
Bam Bam and Mike
Who's
Austin
Bam Bam?
held that belt too, but
Do-Rag Vince.
Do-rag.
Do-Rag Vince held that belt.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
I
3,
love that belt.
2, 1.
Crash Holly.
Oh,
That's-
gosh.
Gosh.
That is old.
Who was designing these?
I think Paige probably sticks out.
Sasha.
It looks like a reflector light for a
So-
goddamn railroad
My,
post.
my answer for this was actually Brad Maddox.
Eh.
My answer to this one.
What year is this from? Can we get a
Heyo.
hint?
So it was Paige.
This was NXT prior. This was NXT prior to when Paige came up. So you're talking what?
Wow.
Mid-
that far?
Mid 2010s, 2012, 2013.
So
Is this the first one they came out with? This probably is.
Natalia?
I still think I'm right.
Brad Maddox by
I
association.
still think it's Brad Maddox.
Man,
That's
all.
horrible.
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was good. I just said it was the right answer.
Next question, please.
Next.
I got comments coming. Did Vince hold that title? Yes, he did, or a version of it.
Yeah, he did.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Daniel Bryan.
The scratch
bad.
title. That's the Rock right there.
That's the Rock. That was
That's
the Rock
The Rock.
thing. Yeah.
That's the Rock.
That's
He
The Rock.
premiered that.
It's such a bad belt.
This
Look
was
at
the
the-
belt. This was the belt that John Sacco brought to my house, and we auctioned it off.
Look at the broken W.
I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah, this is like the original of what they have now. This is
Yeah, I don't like
This
it.
this kind of set the table for the new set of belts.
This
This
belt
retired the
sucked.
spinner belt. It's unfortunate.
This belt sucked. I'm sorry.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it either.
Like it looks like my 5-year-old designed the W's. Like, look at that.
I know. So
Like, come on,
dude.
man.
And like even the little swoosh at the bottom.
Yeah, like
Red.
why don't you just put a Nike?
They just
Nike
put the dots wherever they wanted.
I actually think that it was probably harder to replicate this because how just off everything is.
Too much leather in the main plate. But
Yes, I agree.
No, I don't want to see. I don't want to see the belt. I want to see.
You could have did like what they did with the tag titles and put silver in the back or something.
Yeah, anything.
Ready?
It's all about the design, and that's fucking.
This is
hard.
number 10 that I got a bonus.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
A boner.
I love bonus.
Got that
I need
too.
bonuses.
3, 2,
I
1.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
Luger.
like
To me, that's Ron Simmons right there.
Thank you.
yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
That's Ron
Simmons.
Simmons all day.
I will
Yeah.
also accept Vader.
yeah, Vader.
Okay. Was that far?
Vader
back?
as well. Yeah.
But yeah, when I see that, I just think of Lex Luger. Man, it looks so
I
good.
know, me too.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever held it.
Ron Simmons did.
That belt was only around for like 3 or 4 years, man.
Then they got the big gold belt. back.
1990
Then
to
they went to the big
92,
gold
I
one.
think. Right, 92.
Yeah, not that.
In 93, they went with the giant gold one with
There were
the.
probably only a couple guys. We probably named everybody that held this. Honestly.
That's very possible.
Probably right.
All right. Here, you ready? This is the bonus. May this belt never be seen or heard from again.
The boner
The
belt.
boner
3,
belt.
2, 1.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. What was that kid? TJP?
TJP. That's TJ Perkins was the guy. Yeah, the video game play.
The
No,
video
I'm thinking of
TJP.
That looks like a Power Rangers belt.
Who was the dude with the dreads?
Rich Swann.
Yeah,
No, I'm thinking about,
he's who I think of. Rich Swann,
the guys in AEW now.
Richie Swan.
You're thinking of
not Ricochet.
No, Pac. What was the
Oh
stupid?
yeah,
Neville.
you know what? No, yeah,
Yeah,
Pac.
Neville, Adrian Neville.
Adrian Neville.
Neville.
The man.
Yeah,
that
that's what
brought-
I'm thinking of.
Oh, you know who else held this? Enzo. Enzo was
Yeah,
That's a good one.
champion.
Austin Aries is a good one.
Austin Aries,
What
yeah.
happened to him?
Oh my gosh, remember him? He
Brian
was
Kendrick,
supposed to be the next
yes,
big
that's a
thing.
good one.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? Like this leather looks like the leather they put in Hyundais.
Not even.
Like it's not, you know.
Shout
like
out to
it's
the
like a Hyundai Elantra with the leather package.
yeah,
Like,
shout
Wow.
out to that.
Shout
Shout out to the powertrain warranty for life, though. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
if you want that.
Do we all agree that the big gold is the best belt ever? something
See, like
that.
again, like I am so partial to Winged Eagle that I can't change my mind
Wing
because
Eagle.
that's the one.
Winged
That's
Eagle.
what it was.
I grew up the
That-
Wing Eagle.
Wing Eagle is the one.
When I
Goat.
see Wing Eagle, I think of early Hogan, then Warrior, then
So
Brett.
many guys, dude.
Oh.
Savage.
Savage, Sean.
Everyone, dude.
So there's nothing
Stone
to
Cold.
there's nothing to that being the belt of the real
Stone Cold,
world
I think, was the
champion. There's
last
nothing
one
to
to
that?
wear.
No, think about this. You went from Hogan to Austin with that belt.
Wow.
You went from Savage to Austin with that belt.
Mhm.
Best era of belt.
I just
Definitely,
meant like
definitely
huge
best.
star.
Best. What is that word? Roster. That belt has the best roster.
That era had the best. I mean,
Best-
you know, it was nice. There were 3 championships: the World, the
Yep.
Intercontinental, and the Tag. Now everybody's got a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got the Purple Power Rangers belt.
Right.
And
I have a
then-
belt.
And then you have a company that names belts after the network name. You know, TBS, TNT.
Oh,
I mean, that's cute.
I hate that.
Stupid.
So does Big Gold rank to anybody? Does it rank like
That's-
top 2, top 3?
Yeah,
Top five.
definitely in the top 3.
I love the NWO belt. I just think it's so cool.
WO is the only way to go.
You know, when I see the big gold belt, I think of Triple H, man. He rocked that belt hard.
He did.
He rocked
Rock- Flair, too.
And he was
He was good.
jacked. And he was tan and soaking wet.
Yeah, soaked and singed, bro.
But see, I put Flair to that belt, but I also put Flair to the NWA belt. So
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So now that we've gone through
I was
11
like,
belts, just for
fun game.
fun.
Flair also held the Winged Eagle. Yeah.
He did.
Who?
Add him to the
Big
roster.
Flair.
Oh yeah.
Mount Rushmore,
Yep.
that was fun.
What are your thoughts? So the Ula Fala
I'm
is
gonna
taking
get
on a
one.
life of its own. Punk's $2 bracelet taking on a life of its own. Your general thought on the rising importance of non-belts, which is kind of crazy because everybody's got a belt.
So I'm gonna order a customized Ula Fala. It's gonna have like chicken wings and like Irish flags on it,
Oh, is that
everything. And
That's awesome.
I'm going all out with this.
yeah, that's the chili pepper necklace.
Yeah,
The
you don't like
chili-
it?
Do it.
No, that's cool.
I am gonna do it. I don't care.
Beautiful.
Do
But
it.
what do you think about? I mean, we have major stories going on over that thing and one of these. And it's crazy to me because in many ways they're overshadowing championships.
Well, who took
Good.
it off? of?
So, and the reason
That's what
why
happens when
is
you have
it's
so many
called
titles.
storylines.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline overshadows. Sign me up for that. You got it. The storyline overshadows the title reign right now because you're getting more out of a storyline, such as, and I hate to bring this up because I think the bracelet was just stupid, but that rivalry now between, it's not going to end at Hell in a Cell either. I'm sorry, it's not over there.
It shouldn't.
No, it should not. And people are like, this is the last straw between these two. No, it's not. It's not. Because look at we thought so many times, well, we didn't think, but there were so many times where it could have stopped, and then this one's getting this one screwed over, and then this one shows up on a post show and he's threatening Punk, and this one, you know what I mean? But you don't need a title anymore to be relevant. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, the women's champion is Liv Morgan, and more people see an injured Rhea Ripley as the relevant female and who should be holding the title than Liv Morgan.
But let me pose you a question. Do we think that belts are losing significance because there's just so many of them?
Yes.
Oh, without question.
Yeah, they have
Yes.
like 2 women's
Well,
championships.
they're getting more. They're getting a women's mid-card title.
But they also like they're losing
Are they-
significance because there's so many of them. But at the same time, there's like, how do I say this? Like Roman Reigns, when the tribal chief, was such an imposing character that like his title, him having the belt, made the belt like the supreme thing in all of wrestling. Now and you know, it goes back. We've been talking about this since WrestleMania. Cody is a great champion, but there's just something missing about Cody Rhodes. It's been long enough that we can now talk about that. He's not. Maybe it's because he's living in the shadow constantly of the bloodline. Cody Rhodes isn't Cody Rhodes without the bloodline, and he's still messing with the bloodline. Now we're going to talk about it later, teaming with Roman. He just can't get out of the shadow of the bloodline. So I think bringing in the Ula Fala and the bracelet is like, it's just like adding another nuance to the already great storyline. But it just goes to. It really goes to Triple H's storytelling ability up to now. It's been amazing what he's been able to accomplish after Vince, because Roman is still the main attraction, whether you like it or not. And he barely shows up. You know what I mean?
Mine's gonna be called the Harry Fala, by the way.
Harry Fala.
I think that
You got it.
The Ula Fala I can kind of get more behind, simply because, again, you're running a story.
It's symbolic.
Like,
It is
this
very
is what
symbolic.
it's essentially a crown, right? It's what it is. It's what designates who the tribal chief is.
It's
And I can
personal too.
But the fact that we've got a story going about a wristband is wild to me. Like, they've done an unbelievable job with this. And I don't know that, like, too many guys could make that work.
Well, so like,
Hold on. Let Brian have his Punk moment. Go ahead.
No, but seriously, am I wrong? Okay, you hate CM Punk, whatever. We have that conversation, but he's
I don't
very
hate him.
good.
I think since he's come back, he's very cringe.
see, like the thing with to me, that's just it's an accessory to the story mode that was built between the two. You're getting too involved in this stupid bracelet that some kid can make it for 5 cents in China, for Christ's sake.
Well, they're selling them.
Hold on.
They're
Before we
really
get
selling
too
one on
deep,
WWE.
They better not be selling a CM Punk bracelet on WWE.
You want
I'm
that?
sure
Brian's wearing them right now. He's already.
I'm not wearing it right now.
Yeah.
Cole.
He's got
I
one.
have
both
I have a
ankles.
baseball and a Toys for Tots one. That's what I got.
Brian's got the ankle bracelets on.
Keep talking.
Wrist-
penis ring.
What?
The cock ring storyline.
Whoa. On that note, I got to pee.
Yo,
Why'd you
let me
ring
just
fall off?
let me clear the air real quick about Punk. Since he's come back, and I don't know if this is just creative, kind of holding him back, but he's not the same. He like feeds into the crowd, and he's like very like pro fans. It's very weird. It's not like the old Punk, and I don't know if they're telling him to toe the line, but it's just not coming off as natural at all, and it's really annoying. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way.
I wonder. I don't know if he can pull off the bad attitude and not get kicked out of the WWE anymore. Though.
I know, but it's just it's
he's
not
probably-
working right now.
Yeah.
But I think keeping him off of TV, like having him come back infrequently like he's been, is helping that, because now he doesn't
I
have
agree.
to talk over and over and over about the same thing
Right.
over and over.
Yes.
Take him off for 2 to 3 weeks. He comes back. Oh, it's cool. He's making an appearance. So
Mhm.
that goes in his favor as well.
So apparently,
No, I 100% agree.
They pulled the bracelet because the person who actually originally made the bracelet got pissed about it.
Really?
They're dumb.
Wow, that's
I don't even know. I don't even know what they were
money.
being sold for. However, this is what it looked like.
wow.
That's what they were selling on WWE.
Yeah,
Wow. How much?
I didn't see
Oh my.
because they pulled it because I think like somebody gave him that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was $9.99. So either it's the month of the network, or it's a bracelet. Cost $10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You know what else I'll say about that bracelet too? Like, it is kind of corny. However, as a father now, I do like when CM Punk talks about, my wife, my dog, and whoever is, like some other man wearing something of my family. Like you can understand, like, nah, bro, we got problems,
Yeah.
So, I think maybe if I was a kid or a teenager, it wouldn't have as much. I wouldn't be able to understand it as much, but I do, pro CM Punk on this one at least, storyline wise.
$9.99.
Awesome. That is awesome.
I like the old CM Punk version. That got
Harry, you missed
old
it.
grizzle.
I'm gonna have to cut this short tonight, fellas. I apologize. I got a kid upstairs not feeling good, so.
All right, well.
Did you just show some stupid bracelet? They're not really selling that.
Sold out.
It doesn't even have the dog and AJ Lee's name on it. It's
No,
not
because the creator got mad, so they made it to say CM Punk.
That's so stupid.
You're not gonna stick around.
Actual retail price $9.99. Cost to produce 12 cents.
We're about to do greatest tag teams of all time. You're not sticking around.
Well, I know your answer. So. Peace.
All right, bro.
Hi, brother. Prayers up.
Let's see how we look here. If I have to make it a different setup, I will.
We look phenomenal.
No, it's fine. Your general thoughts. So before we get to Bad Blood, there's only I think there's only 5 matches currently. What are your thoughts on short PLEs? Because somebody smart that I know, whose name rhymes with Anthony Morello, used to tell me how long WrestleMania was and how they had to fit everybody on the card, and it made it like this so long. In fact, it's now 2 days. But
it'll be 3 soon.
It will, yeah. I'm a fan of this because, again, I don't think every single story needs a pay-per-view PLE match every single time when you have monthly PLEs, right? I think that you can keep things fresh by focusing on your main stuff, but sometimes when you're using like a lower level story or a mid-level story, it's kind of hard necessarily to keep it going when you have these payoff matches every 4 to 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than focus on getting everybody on camera, they focus on what's important. And we're going to talk about Bad Blood here in a minute and go through at least the 4 matches that are currently set. And honestly, I don't know if they meant to do this or not. I'm going to assume that they did. I mean, it's a perfect PLE title for these matches. I mean, everything fits, right? We think we go back to like when they used to have the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, and like they had to force a Hell in the Cell match because it was the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, even though it made no sense to have a Hell in the Cell match. You just had to do it. Like they actually. Maybe they planned this out and said, "Oh, let's use Bad Blood. It fits." But I like the fact that they're not 4.5 hour long events like AEW has to get everybody on camera, so that you're there for 12 hours, like you have nothing else to go do with your life.
Yeah, they're usually like 4 or 5 matches now, right?
As opposed to like 10.
4, wasn't it? But the matches are longer. And then
better.
And they're still 3 hours long. 4 matches in 3 hours.
Yeah.
So the matches are longer. The ads in between are longer. But you're getting a lot of WWE content in between, not just like ads. It's a lot of WWE content.
Yep.
And a lot of like shots of whatever city they're in. They're doing it right now. They're just been overseas. Like every show has been overseas in a different country, which I really like because I love watching pay-per-views on Saturday at noon. And like excuse to day drink, I love it. Like wake up, eat breakfast, and I get to watch a live pay-per-view. Like even if it's in Saudi Arabia, I'm watching it. You know what I mean?
I get up at 5 a.m. for Elimination Chamber in Australia, like an asshole.
Yeah. But
You did that?
Yeah, I think they're sometimes it's better, yes, because if there's 7 matches on it, honestly, 3 of them I don't care about. They're just filler matches. And they're usually not that long. There'll be a tag match thrown in. There'll be a women's non-title match thrown in. And I'm not really watching those anyway. So let's just get a couple good matches on. I'm cool with that, Especially if they're longer. They've put on a good show, good match. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite pay-per-views back in the day were the King of the Rings and the Bad Bloods and whatnot, and they were always smaller cards, but way better storytelling.
Yeah, for sure. I think they've eliminated the piss break match too by doing this. Like you still gotta go, but like now you're like, you know,
fuck, I'm gonna hold
which
it.
one do it right, you know? And it's true because you knew that the women's match was always the piss break. At WrestleMania 35, I didn't see the Iconics won the tag team title that night. That was our piss break match. But that was, you know, like that was no pun intended, an iconic moment for them that I missed because that was
trivia.
That was good.
What was my piss break match at WrestleMania 29?
The main event? Don't tell me the main event.
No, 29.
29 was Rock and John Cena.
That was the main event. Yes. What was my piss break match?
Punk Taker? Who was? No.
Paul Taker. I mean, come on.
It's a joke.
I feel like Sheamus is involved.
No, I actually watched it.
Who was it?
Piss break match was Mark Henry and Ryback.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Piss break.
That's a good one.
I couldn't fucking care less.
Match. We should do hey, next week. Let's do top fantasy piss break matches. Who can think of the best piss break match?
Yeah, that'd be great, dude.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
Piss break or go get
with
food.
the new pay-per-views. Like I said, you don't have the piss break match, but you have longer time in between each match. So there's your piss break.
Right.
Yeah. Here, how about this? You ready? So you know how at baseball games you gotta get a hot dog or whatever the case may be. Basketball game, it's like nachos. What do you eat at fucking wrestling events?
Beer.
Like what's the
beer? Honestly, just beer.
Beer and a pretzel.
I drank so many beers at WrestleMania in Philly. I mean, I started in the limo on the way to pick up some friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't stop the whole night, dude.
Dude, Mania was awesome.
Yeah, it was. But what do I eat? I still eat hot dogs at wrestling because I love arena hot dogs. Something about arena hot dogs and nachos, pretzels, like the ones.
I'll do pretzel on a burger.
Yeah, pretzel's about right.
Cheesesteak, maybe.
Yeah.
Because usually,
what do you WrestleMania? It to be a chicken tenders, right?
What do you eat? What do they eat in Saudi Arabia during the show?
Falafels.
Yeah. Falafels. They eat the falafel.
I'm reminded of that Simpsons episode of Klav Kalash outside in New York City. Only Klav Kalash. All right.
That's what. Yeah.
Bad Blood.
Gonna get the next.
First time in 20 years we got the Bad Blood pay-per-view, and as I said, I think that every match hits the title. Nothing was forced here. I mean, everything has every story of the four. It has some legit heat with it, and I think that that's a good thing. I don't think there's no filler matches here. I mean, these really all fit the bill for what is a Bad Blood pay-per-view.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's the main event, but the one I think with the most buzz behind it is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. And I don't know that it's the end of the feud. I think that there might be building into something else, but I will tell you, the way Punk hit that promo on Monday night, I think that this match has to really be something. Like, I think that this needs to be a very violent match. I don't know how else you can put it now, because how often do you hear someone say, "I'm going to kill you"? Like there's certain phrases that they don't really use, right? Because like it's not real. But like,
crosses the line.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to die in the ring. Like they're setting the table for what should be a very, very physical match, blood, so on and so forth. Like I think that that's what this looks like to me.
Yeah, you think?
And I don't know who wins, to be honest with you, because you can make the case for both.
Good point.
Are you having people over for this?
I don't even know what day it is. I told it was next week, 2 weeks.
It's the 5th. I think it's on the 5th.
October the 5th. I'll be home.
Nice. I'm off.
This in Calgary? Somewhere in Canada?
Georgia.
It's in Atlanta. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a good spot for a Bad Blood.
Yeah.
I like that they're bringing back Bad Blood. That's like a random one that I wasn't expecting them to bring back. You know?
Were you thinking
I
more
just like how
Great
you
Balls-
said, Brian. Like,
more like Great Balls of Fire? Was that the one you were looking at?
I like Great Balls of Fire. I was a fan of that. Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, that was a good match.
it was. But I think I agree with you, Brian. Like, it's good to see like the name of the pay-per-view means something, because each match, like exactly like you said, there's big time drama in each of these matches, and it's probably gonna be a card that we probably remember for a long time, just based on the payoffs that are gonna, because the Hell in a Cell match in itself. I remember like the match they just had, was it at SummerSlam, right? The last match that they had, like the shot of them, like the shots in WWE are amazing right now. They're both standing on either side and they're like chomping at the bit to get to each other. Then the bell rings and it wasn't the Strat match, it was the one before, the first match that they had. But like you could feel the animosity between them two. And like I said, I can understand CM Punk. Like, Drew has been invoking the name of Punk's family one too many times, so I can understand why he's like, I'm gonna kill you, bro. But like the other matches too are all storyline driven heavily, even without. I don't think there's a title on the line on this card.
I think Liv versus Rhea would be a title.
Liv, okay, yeah, that's probably. But yeah,
by the way, it's interesting. We're gonna get to the final match, and I may have seen this coming 2 months ago.
This card will be one that we remember for a long time. I really think so.
I hope so. Hope it doesn't just fizzle out now.
You know what? The original Hell in a Cell match, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, wasn't that a Bad Blood?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
97, I think.
They're
bringing it back.
That was really good.
Very violent. Yeah, that was cool.
That's
So,
gotta be king.
Trivia.
Throwing it back.
And where was that?
Let's see.
Don't say Atlanta.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Not in Philly. Oh, St.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
It was called the Kiel Center at that time.
Dude, St. Louis is a good place for some wrestling.
Wow, that was the total guess.
Well, listen, you should play the lottery.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
You still have wrestling trivia to fall back on, dude.
That's it.
Right.
That's all you
Who
need.
do you so here's the thing. You can look at this two ways. Either A, Drew wins, he takes 2 of 3, and then I don't know what Punk does after that, right? Because I think that Punk's got a road that they're kind of biding time with Punk until they get to Mania season to set him up, because he's going to main event night 1. It's the easiest thing in the book to read, right? Probably against Seth Rollins is my guess. Probably for a championship at that point. Maybe not. Neither here nor there. If Punk wins, I don't know what you then do with Drew. Like, I think that this is sometimes it's the problem when you have an angle or a story that is so hot that you don't know what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Because very little that you can do next can compare to what you just did. Like, it wouldn't even surprise me, like, if Punk lost him to take a month off. Like, one of those things where, like, I what now? Like, what can I go do?
I was going to say
Punk versus Gunther at the Rumble. I could see
Punk
that.
mentioned Gunther's name already after he gets done with Drew. So it would make sense, like, to your point of it being such a violent match that Punk does whatever he has to. You got to write Drew off for a little bit to quote unquote recover from his injuries. And then at that point, you can come back and do whatever. Set him up for the IC title maybe, or set him up for whatever.
I think Punk's beyond that.
No, I'm talking about Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think Punk has to win this match. Because like you gotta if Punk is gonna call out Gunther, you gotta have him looking strong. And the only way to do it in a Hell in a Cell, I don't think they're gonna do shenanigans. Like, there's no reason for anybody other than Seth Rollins. So Rollins got attacked by Bronson. So he's gonna want to get his comeuppance on Bronson, if anything, before he gets back to Punk. So that's why I think it's gonna be something's gonna happen where Drew's gonna he's gonna go through multiple tables, chair shots, maybe a pile driver or something. Take him out of commission. You gotta write him off just to let him cool off, and because this is probably some of the best heel work we've seen in a long, long time. So he deserves a break. He can come back fresh and go after the IC title. That's what I think would be best for him. And then Punk can go feud with Gunther if he wants.
That would be a good, really good mic battle.
Pick a
Yeah.
winner.
Have we seen Drew and Gunther yet?
I don't think so.
I think weren't they in a three-way dance at WrestleMania,
Sheamus.
right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
them two, just them two. Yeah?
39.
One.
39 was Sheamus.
That would be a good rivalry. They'll put up some good matches, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, Gunther's hysterical. He's
Talking
so
trash to
funny.
everybody. I love it.
I love Gunther, bro.
I know, me too. Gunther.
Pick a winner.
Big slapper.
Seeing
Big
Um,
winner between Punk and Drew. Punk.
Punk.
Mhm.
I
needs his
have to
way
agree.
more.
I just think I think that the way it's set up, I think you can't go a different direction.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
From some more bad blood. The
Oh.
Judgment Day is finally broken up, or at least it's changed people that are in it.
This was my piss break.
This is how long's your piss? They're going to be in it for a while. you have an irrational.
Mike pisses a lot.
This is my dump break.
You hate Damian Priest.
Oh my god, I can't.
I know you do.
And Finn Balor, I like old Finn Balor, but like, man, I just got nothing for him no more. Like, I'm not really that interested in Finn Balor, but
He's stupid.
I can't stand Damian.
And his
Priest.
finisher blows, dude.
Can't stand Damian Priest. What, the chest stomp?
Yeah, coup de grace.
Yeah, it always looks terrible now.
They're dumb.
I know.
Not even believable. Like, you jump on somebody, you're.
And Damian Priest does the Razor's Edge. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you do the Razor's Edge?
Especially him, of all people.
And the choke slam, like, dude, you're only. I think I said this before. You're not tall enough to do choke slams, bro.
I know.
You're like 6'3", 6'4".
You have to be 6'10".
Yeah, at least.
Or more.
No, Priest is like 6'7", something like that.
Who?
Priest is pretty tall. Damian Priest.
He's 6'7". That's still not tall enough, though.
Not tall enough. No.
No, not tall enough. You gotta be you gotta be 7-footer.
Yes.
6'10".
Like Brock Lesnar doesn't do choke slams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
he
know he's
did,
only like
would've been-
6'4", but still.
even if Brock did it, would have been believable.
Braun Strowman.
Strowman could do one. Number one, how dare? Oh yeah,
That's what I meant. Strowman's good.
yeah. Strowman can do one.
But it's about it.
Yeah.
Fucking Omos can.
So what's the stipulations of this match here? What's
They had a step.
what do they got going on? Just they hate each other now.
I think it's just a regular grudge match, I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because they broke up the.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're grudging mad times, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the one I least care about. Like, there's no really like I had no interest in the Judgment Day breaking up in the first place. I have no interest in their beef because of it. Like,
See, that-
even looking forward, like I don't even care what they do after this. This is
Mhm.
I get that the animosity is there. That's why this is on there, but I don't really care about this one.
And that's the problem with Damian Priest is he's just very uninteresting.
Yes.
He's just very uninteresting. His character, his moves, like him in the match, not interesting. His mic work, very uninteresting. Like his whole persona. So without the Judgment Day and without the title that he had, I mean, he's one of those guys. Like, what do you do with him after that? I don't know.
Yeah, this is.
He's just going to
this
stick
is,
around. He's going to stick around for a little while, but
This is Damian Priest. Rhea. I'm going to go out there and beat Finn Balor.
yeah,
And
Wow.
that's it. It's like,
Good,
riveting, bro.
good promo work.
Sick.
thanks.
He's almost as good as Roman Reigns. Yeah, he stinks.
Roman's better than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one's got juice too.
What kind?
Liv and Rhea, it's been the women's story for quite a long time. It's really overshadowed everything else that's been going on in the women's division. I don't know that I give Rhea the title back yet.
Nope,
Now,
not at all. Not at all.
I would
on
keep
there.
torturing Rhea.
Keep that Dom Snake story going. I like that. People like to hate that, so keep that
Yeah.
going long as you can.
If it were me, I'd have Mike save Rhea and help her win the belt.
I'm interested in watching this match.
I mean, the match itself or the people in it?
I might have to take a bathroom break after this match.
Oh, see, I understand. Yeah.
I do like this match though because they're both good wrestlers for what for
Yeah,
not for being women, but they both can go in the ring and then adding the story to it that they've had. This is one that I'm intrigued to watch. Aside from aside from anything else that's going on. So, but now the question is now again, what do you do? This Rhea Ripley's she was going after the title, but now she's mad at Dom for like Dom is I think the only person that turned heel. Like he went extra heel because he was already a heel. Turned on Ripley, he became a bigger heel. Like I don't know how they accomplished that, but that was a good accomplishment. But then what do you do with them? I think it's the whole Judgment Day. Like it tried to close a long time ago. It really did. They should have broken up a long time ago.
I've been advocating for a year.
Yeah. So this like the payoff, just whatever. Get it done with this. And have them do something else.
Well, you got to remember
they at Mania or something.
They were pretty hot until Rhea got hurt, and then they were like, this is probably our opportunity to just break them up. She's gone. Let's break them up. Start that whole feud between amongst them. I like what they did, and I'm surprised they had so much heat for so long.
I just think Liv's got to keep the belt here. Like I just think that I don't know that you need to continue this story for a very long time, but I think it's got more legs. I don't think they're done yet.
I agree.
Liv will win the belt, but I think Rhea's gonna beat her ass the whole time, and then she'll win some sneaky way. You know what I mean?
You know what I would love to see? Now that I just literally just thought about it, I would love to see Charlotte Flair come back and beat up Rhea Ripley because I think that was the last match she was in. Was it with Rhea Ripley before she took the time off, or I don't remember exactly, but it would that would be amazing to me because that would be a great return. And Flair, Georgia is Flair country too, so that would make sense to have.
No, it was actually Asuka, and actually it's been since December.
Yeah, so she's due to come back. She's due to come back, so that would be nice to have her because that way, because that's the old adage in wrestling: somebody interferes, you forget about what you were doing. You just want drama with this other person. So that would be a good way to split the story up a little bit without giving it a conclusion. And then you can come back at Mania or Royal Rumble, whatever, and conclude this story. But that would be cool to see.
Last but not least, Cody and Roman versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. Now, couple of things that stand out to me. Number one, this feels like Rock and Cena against R-Truth and The Miz at Survivor Series that year, right? Like one time, never again. I'm getting those vibes. Number two, I had said a couple of months, maybe the last show, actually wasn't. It feels like months ago, but it really wasn't. That it really wouldn't surprise me if Cody gets into this bloodline feud match at War Games. Where how do you get to 5 people? Where you get to Roman, you get to Jay, Jimmy comes back, you bring in Sammy, who's not going to beat anybody of note, and Cody's your 5th guy. Because on the other side, you got the 4 you see and The Rock. So I am not surprised, personally, to see Cody on this side of now where this story is going. And frankly, what this does is it keeps Cody in the main in the most important story picture without putting the belt on the line. Because again, you've been struggling to find relevant opponents for him. So this makes absolute perfect sense. There's no title match here. I don't know what happens at Crown Jewel, but there'll be a War Games match at Survivor Series, and he'll be in that, in my opinion. So, again, like I think that it's making it in a weird way. I think it makes perfect sense.
So you don't think that The Rock comes back?
I do.
Like at Bad Blood, comes back and shows his true colors as
well. I it would shock. Okay, so again, I'm relatively sure that there is a Crown Jewel between now and there is November the 2nd, right? So you have October, early November, and then with Survivor Series is November 30th, right? So I guess that's the December paper, whatever. Rock's going to end up in Saudi Arabia, right? They're going to make money on that. Wouldn't surprise me if Rock had a match. It actually, to tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if they did Cody versus The Rock, honestly, because that's if they try to put these big event matches in Saudi Arabia for the dollars, which they do. Remember, that's where Sean came back. Like they do that kind of thing. I'm not calling it right now. They're saying Cody Roman for Crown Jewel. See, again, I don't know that they would. I don't know that I would do that yet. I think we got a ways to go to get to that.
Yeah, that's too early for that.
And they do. They got to do that in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing that overseas. Oh,
But see, Brian, here's the problem too, though. Like, if what you're saying, right? If Cody and Roman are like The Rock and John Cena, so then do they squash Solo and Jacob, right? First of all, Jacob is the werewolf, right? You want to keep him as a credible threat to Roman Reigns. So it's kind of like what we were talking about, the previous match with Cody and Solo. You want to keep Solo looking strong, but you also don't want Cody to lose. It's like if Roman and Cody win the match decisively, then the Ula Fala is unguarded and he reclaims the Ula Fala, and then he got everything he wants out of the bloodline. There's no need for him to continue fighting with them. But then you can't have Roman lose in his return match. But I think that The Rock has to come out, and the only way to have Roman lose and not take hold of that Ula Fala, The Rock has to come back and interfere and expose himself as it was me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin. It has to be that. It has to be.
I think
that would be hysterical.
They need a logical way to like kind of like pull Solo back because it's not really working.
100% agree.
Like, and I think that's what it does, right? Like, I think in this match, if Jacob Fatu becomes more of the face, it's not necessarily going to start infighting. I don't think we're at that point in the story yet. But I think you need to. I mean, if you remember, of course you remember when Rock interjected himself in this whole big thing with Cody and Roman. Like Roman almost took a back seat to Rock for a while.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Right. You can kind of see a little bit of that happening again, and then that starts the infighting, where, again, if there may be a Roman and Solo match at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which then sets up everything with, again, the Usos are there. Like, you start to see the family back together again, the family in the original bloodline. Because there's no way, guys, there's no way in hell they don't do this as Survivor Series, right? It's perfect for it.
Yeah.
They're almost trying to just bide their time to get there.
Yeah.
Which was the question we had last time around. Like, is it too soon to bring Roman back if this is what you're trying to do? Because now you got to fill like 6 weeks. They're going to be able to do it.
What are the chances one of them turns on the other? There's 0% chance of that.
Very little.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen until like
Cody and Roman?
Cody and Roman, yeah.
Nah, I think that I don't think so.
No.
This only just happened 2 weeks ago. Like, I think it's too soon.
Yeah.
You got.
We're gonna get Reigns in the Rumble again.
There might be some
When's
stairs.
the last time we've seen that?
Foreshadowing them turning on each other. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know that it's Reigns Rock at 41.
Yeah.
Who would have been?
I mean,
42 was my point. Is like, I think now. Well, again, if Rock wants it, they're going to do it, right? But I think that you kind of, if your intention is to tell a cohesive story, like, you're gonna have a lot happen between now and WrestleMania, now and the Rumble, to get that set, right? Because then, is that for a title? You probably, again, now we're going back to pre-WrestleMania where we said Roman Rock doesn't need a belt,
right? But does Rocky want that WWE Championship though?
That could set up Rock and Cody.
Right.
Later on. Again, I don't know how long Cody keeps the belt, because the problem I'm running into now, I'm a Cody guy, is he needs opponents.
Yeah.
So now, okay, you could do the Cody Randy thing for a while. Like, that could spin off, and then they can do their own thing and then come back to it later and have the bloodline just go after each other in that Civil War. And you could do that for a period of time. It's just, you kind of have to get, how do you get to Roman Rock? And I've said from the jump, and I'm going to say this again, Rock is Roman's final boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said that.
And I'm sticking to that. Like, I think that makes perfect sense, because what is that with the final boss? Well, what the fuck's that even mean? So, like, but it makes sense if Roman has to beat Rock to really, like, put himself in the Parthenon of the greats of all time. Rock would do for him what Hogan did for Rock.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think that's the direction that you go.
For sure. I just don't like how Cody is still intertwined. I hate that. I've hated that, and I've said it repeatedly. I don't like it, but there's nobody credible. Whoever he faces is not going to beat him for the title. So you can't build anybody. There's no way to build anybody strong enough to dethrone Cody Rhodes right now. There's nobody even. Gunther's the only one that's even close. And if they were to ever go 1-on-1, there's 0% chance that Gunther would beat Cody Rhodes. But Gunther is the closest one.
Because Roman was so strong when Cody beat him.
Right.
You can't have him lose to anybody on the roster right now.
Right.
Besides Roman Reigns.
Right. Correct.
Yo, by the way, Gunther's theme song is banging.
It is.
His entrance music is awesome.
Here's a question. Then should Cody's been defending the title against random fellow every pay-per-view, even on the short one.
Stupid.
Should he not do that?
Yes, he should not do that.
But Mike, that's what they're doing, right? He's not defending it here.
And I don't know where that comes from. When Roman was doing that, when Roman was the champion, he wasn't defending, and then people are complaining, "Oh, we want to see the champion," and then Cody's saying, "I'll be a working man's champion,"
and people are complaining.
And now it's like, okay, but there's no one for you to defend the belt against. Like, you know what I mean? We need to pull him back. At least in this next Bad Blood, he's not defending. He's doing something different. We still get to see him. But, yeah, maybe that we need to not see him on every single show.
Oh.
And not every single pay-per-view defending.
But isn't that, again, which is why people get so...
Yep.
You can't... No matter what you do, people
you can't make anybody.
I know you can't. Yep. You just can't make it
impossible.
And when Roman was doing it, I hated it. I hated him for it. But now you see, because Roman would have had the same thing. Who's going to beat Roman? More. Just going to beat everybody on the roster, and you're going to have what we have right now. No one.
But it meant Roman. More. It just meant more when Roman.
It did. Yeah, it did.
Yes. 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Look, let's be fair. Between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, Roman got bigger by just not being there.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even he wasn't even discussed.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew that this was what again. So now this is that next stage. No,
Roman's
not going to turn on Cody because Roman's staying.
Rock did the same thing.
Roman's staying face. Rock's coming back heel.
Mm-hmm.
Rock's Hollywood Rock.
For sure.
Roman, and then it's who the hell's around you, tribal chief? It's my family. Like that story's built it.
Yeah.
So easy you could do it, right? It's just what do you do with Cody? What do you do with Cena if Randy's off with Cody? Do you go Cody Gunther? You go Cody? I don't know, right? You could go a bunch of different directions, which is good because we always say predictable sometimes is good, but I also kind of like unpredictability. So it's like you kind of both ways. I just think that what happens here is I think that it's going to set up a little bit of infight. Again, if Jacob Fatu becomes a bit of a bigger name coming out of this, and then Solo reacts like, hey, you're my right-hand man, the same way you get the internal struggle, and then The Rock comes back to kind of settle things down and they go in for the kill together type thing, like that makes sense. But it makes a lot of sense to me, and it has for a while. I don't need Cody Rhodes. I think Ant's laptop's on the way out. He messaged me. In case it goes out, that's why. You don't need Cody Rhodes to defend the title here. You don't have anyone for him to defend it against.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
It's probably better to just take it off of him. It probably is because I think Cody, and we've said it too at length, is that he was appealing with the story, with chasing the belt. And I think there was a documentary or something. I think was it on that WrestleMania documentary? John Cena said that hold on to that title because it gets heavy. And this is getting heavy now because now there's Cody's losing he's losing his intrigue as champion. No, you don't care about Cody as champion. There's nobody to defend. He's always with the bloodline. He's in tag teams now with Roman. It's just take the belt off of him at this point. Then he could, be finished second place at the Rumble, top 3, win the Chamber to get a little title shot back.
Put it on who?
Yeah, there's no way to put it on. That's the thing.
Build somebody. Do a Sheamus shock win over John Cena, elevates him to new heights. Do something like that. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
So, there's a balance between having hot potato title reigns and 4-year title reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem now is Roman is, because of that that run, he's like, nobody can, like, again, there are so few people you can put Roman in a match with. It makes sense. So few you could put Cody in a match with. That makes sense. Like, I think we need to get to Cody Randy because you can bite your teeth into that.
Yeah.
And Roman's got to get to The Rock somehow. Again, Roman's going to have to probably go through Solo to get to Rock. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's fine.
That's the direction. He's going to get there. So, like, I think in this one, Cody Roman are going to win the match, or it's going to be a disqualification because people show up and it starts to have this war. Again, Crown Jewel is Crown Jewel. You're not going to necessarily, you can do Cody Rock at that point. And I think that they need to have The Rock there. I would buy that if you're going to go Roman Rock at Mania, you can kind of do Cody and Rock here in Saudi Arabia. Roman helps Cody win. I don't know. Like, I mean, you can go a bunch of different directions, I think, with that. But it's interesting because there are layers to it.
Yeah.
All these different side quest type stuff, I think, are finally starting to converge.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, it'll be, like I said, this card will be one we talk about for a long, long time. I fully believe that. I'm going to predict fully that The Rock makes his comeback. And at least some type of appearance. His music hits. Maybe he don't even have to come to the ring. He just stands put at the entry ramp. But I think we'll remember this one for a while.
I think that's what it'll do. It'll just be the music, the presence of The Rock. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, guys. We lost 2 along the way.
We did. Gone too soon.
We got through it. We'll try to get something going, obviously, between post Bad Blood to pre Crown Jewel and everything else, and Survivor Series will be its own major event, obviously. So thank you all for checking out Ringside Seat tonight. Be sure to like, follow, and share. This is optimal wrestling coverage, and we actually try to give it some depth, unlike shows on Wednesday night, real shows, because as I said last show, Mike, you weren't here, but you'll agree with this, Chad. When you're fantasy booking, it's a story. It's not, okay, arm bar, arm drag, Canadian Destroyer, arm bar. Like, nobody cares.
Right.
You have to be emotionally invested, and which is why the people that really focus on AEW, I think, are just they just want an alternative, or they want WWE, whatever it is, that they're willing to just not see it for what it is, but just to be right about it, type thing.
Right.
Again, very few things in AEW do I remember, and I don't watch it all the time, but I'm aware of what's going on for the most part.
Yeah.
Most things that you remember are stories that they don't do that much of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, I said when Punk showed up originally in Chicago, I said this was like Scott Hall walking into Nitro, and then they let him leave. And you know what? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So AEW was, we've said this before, the big thing about AEW was all the surprise returns. What they really did wrong was they spammed them like crazy. They got rid of all the surprise returns one after the other. Like, you had Adam Cole and Bryan surprise return in the same segment, like 10 minutes apart,
Mm-hmm.
So once they got that done, and there's nothing there. There's no substance in AEW.
Yeah. Now they're all going the other way.
They're going back to WWE.
Everyone's going to WWE.
AEW is a feeder system and a retirement home.
Yeah.
Even Ricochet went, and the internet is roasting him for that piss poor promo with Will Ospreay. That I'll see you soon. I'll see you. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Guess what? Sasha can't talk.
Sasha can't talk, and she's irrelevant. Like, Bryan is the champion. They try to kill him. Other than that, Moxley.
I saw the plastic bag.
Yeah.
Is that really, like, come on?
Of course, they try to kill him, but other than that, they have no other storyline going. They have nothing. I don't know. It was a good time. Wow. Thanks to Joe Rickson, the main plug, I was able to attend a few of those early AEW shows, and even then, I don't remember half of them. I remember very few things about them.
It's a shame because I like the roster. I usually there's guys on that roster that I like.
Yeah, and you'll see them soon on Raw.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's a shame that MJF didn't jump ship. He stayed.
No, he's next, bro. He's next.
He resigned. he resigned. Unless he gets fired, he's stuck there.
Didn't he like tattoo AEW to himself or some shit?
Bet on yourself with the AEW All-In casino chip.
How old is he?
He's in
26.
his early mid-20s, right? Something like that.
Listen, he'll be there eventually.
He'll be in WWE eventually.
But the problem, we're gonna wrap up by 2 minutes here. But the problem is just Khan will never let it go because he can just pay for it.
Yeah.
It is his thing. Like it's his little toy, and okay.
And MJF has kind of run his course a little bit too with the over the top douchery that he's done. That's kind of on its way out as well. So he's got to do something to reinvent himself.
Yeah.
He made a mistake re-signing for sure.
What I think is the problem is for the majority of people, their high point is their debut.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Keith Lee showed up, place goes nuts. Okay. What's he done?
Atlantic City, I was there for that.
Sasha came out. Okay. You got a program with Britt Baker. You dance around. I'm a CEO of what? I'm a sports box CEO. I run this shit. Okay, fine. Whatever. What are you the CEO of? What does that mean?
She was the boss. You're the boss. You're not my boss. Whose boss are you?
It is a Temu version of Sasha Banks. It's like, Mercedes Monet. Oh, bank on. You're just trying to steal your old character and not get sued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Adam Cole. That was his height there until they tried to make some stupid ass storyline with the devil and all this nonsense. And I liked Adam Cole a lot. It upsets me that we never saw Undisputed Era at the main roster.
Yeah.
Like, it had so much potential to be like NWO-ish. Not NWO-ish. Never happened.
Yeah.
Variety of reasons. And I don't. Again, like if they were focused on profitability, like if his dad said, "I need you to make money,"
it could happen because Jericho's still there. They got a bunch of old guys that can, it's possible. The possibility exists.
Their turn on Jericho so hard, though. Now you see people leaving during his stuff.
But you can keep him in the back and have him write, like, here, let's do this, and have him write some stuff. Or not even Jericho, but they have a bunch of the old guys. The potential is there for AEW. It really, really is. I just don't think it ever will get there because Tony Khan is the dream match booker. And that's not sustainable.
Do you see him being able ever to step away? Let somebody else. Like, is it pride at this point? Like, this is mine. I do what I want.
I think he'll have to be unceremoniously released of his duties.
Who's going to do that?
Huh?
Who's going to do that?
Can his pops cut him off?
I doubt it.
I don't know.
I think maybe they should focus more on their football team.
That would be a good idea for them.
Yeah. I love their quarterback, and I don't like much else about the team.
Yeah. Yeah, they suck.
I think Trevor's great. I think he's in a horrible spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun roasting the Eagles fans. I know you did too.
I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Oh, it was great for me.
Did you like that game?
Yeah. Are you who do you like, Lou?
I'd rather not say.
You're a Cowboys fan too?
No. I have class.
You're a Giants fan.
I have smarts.
You're a Jets fan.
I'm a Colts fan. I like the Colts. I follow the Colts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'd rather not say.
Super random.
Yeah.
I got nothing for Colts fans. I got nothing for it.
Me neither.
No. Mike tells me I shouldn't be a Cowboys fan, even though I explained very clearly the logic behind it.
Yeah.
Which should make perfect sense, by the way.
I mean, I get it, but just be an Eagles hater. Just be what you are, man.
What's the difference?
Be a Cowboys fan.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
You don't really like the Cowboys, so you don't have
I like them a lot more.
No, you hate the Cowboys. You don't have to act like you're a fan, dude. You can just hate the Eagles.
Yeah, but I also hate the Cowboys.
I know.
Is the problem. Well, because everything they do is wrong.
So just be a Cowboys hater.
Mike, how do you feel about? I used to work with a guy who was a big time Phillies fan, would wear a Phillies hat, and would wear a Dallas Cowboys attire because he was a fan of the Cowboys. How do you feel about that?
That's weird, man.
See, that's weird.
Was he an Eagles hater?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Usually the Cowboys fans hate all. Well, to Frank is a Phillies Cowboys fan.
That's weird. That's a weird combo. I'm not gonna lie.
Toro, he's a Phillies.
Mike Engel is the same.
Yeah, it's an Eagles thing. People just want to root against the Eagles, but they like baseball. They like the Phillies vibe. You know, Phillies are cool. Not much to hate about them. Eagles, very hateable. You know,
I wouldn't mind if the Sixers won. I also don't care about the NBA,
yeah.
and it would make the Flyers look worse, which is fine.
Sure.
I don't know.
You probably hate the Hamilton Hawks too. You're an
No, I
asshole.
don't hate that.
There's no way Brian's hate is to that degree. There's
He
no.
hates the Hamilton Hawks.
Mike, now that you're out of the area, do you see Eagles fans for the cult that they are?
No.
Okay.
I think
You're still in the cult.
No, I don't. I just see Eagles fans as you rooting for where you grew up. That's your people. You're rooting for, you're from South Jersey. You're from Philly. You're not just rooting for the Eagles. You're rooting for your people, man.
I hate all those people. They're all losers.
Yeah. You know what I hate out here? I live in Dallas country, man. And Eagles fans out here, right? I meet people out here and they're like, "Oh, I'm an Eagles fan." I'm like, "Oh, really? Where are you from? You from around here? You're from Philly?" "Yeah, I'm from around here," right? They're from Dallas. And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I know who you are. You're a Dallas Cowboys fan. You're no better than Brian and Tart. You're just a Dallas Cowboys hater. So you like the Eagles. You're not an Eagles fan. You know what I mean? I can't accept you into the brotherhood of Philadelphia Eagles fandom. You don't even know who Merrill Reese is.
You mean that
Eagles fan? You don't know who Merrill Reese is.
That cult you just said didn't exist. That one.
Philadelphia radio. You know what I mean?
The brotherhood of. I mean the cult. That's what. Okay, the cult. Okay.
Sure, yeah. Whatever.
That's hilarious.
Do you pay attention to these spats I get into outside the box with these people? Do you see any of that?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
On Sportsbox?
Yeah, in the group
On the
that we
Facebook? Yeah, every time I open up my Facebook, it's the
You know
first thing in the feed, and
Same.
I always read them because I'm entertained by them. And
Hold on.
you're just a troll, dude.
No. How
Trolling
good?
the whole time. I'm
How-
entertained by it.
How good is my heel work?
It's good. Yeah, it's
Second
good.
to none.
Yeah,
They
Second
don't
to
even
none.
get that I'm
it's
just
literally what
famous.
it is. It's just I know. And then
My-
people are like, you'll say something about the Eagles not winning something NFC Championship 2000
Yeah.
whatever. People are like, "Oh, you ever won anything?" Yeah, I know, dude. I'm just
Brian's best work, his
Yeah.
best work that I love is when somebody makes a comment. Don't you root for your no?
yeah.
He just says no and leaves
Oh,
it.
what about the Cowboys? Yeah, I know they suck.
That is great. That is great.
They don't seem to understand. To be an effective heel, you have to bother the person at what matters to them,
Mm-hmm.
not what matters to me. Right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
if
like
somebody said to me, "Man, I really love it when it rains," I'm like, "I hope for sunny days, motherfucker."
yeah.
I don't care. In fact, I'm gonna stay inside in my air conditioning, so I don't give a crap.
There's
But
a couple
you want it
times.
to rain.
There's a couple times I've commented on there. You said something about the Eagles, and I comment back about the Cowboys, and then you say something. Then I got to remind myself, like, oh yeah, he's just trolling. Like, I'm not. Why did I get tangled up in this? I got too emotional. Damn it, Brian got me. He's a bot. He's like talking to a bot on the internet, man. He's a heel bot. That's what he is.
Because
That
hold
is
on.
hilarious.
Literally, this whole thing, this whole sports box is just for him to troll. That
Yes,
whole plan.
yes. But I outright tell them that I'm like, you realize the whole point of this group is for me to piss you off, correct? Like,
Yeah.
you understand that's what it's here for.
Yeah, that's why I don't respond to that.
You're like, well,
I
there's a
still read
double,
all of it.
my favorite.
I
There's
always
a
read
double standard. I'm like, yeah, I know, I built it.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, Mary Sue makes shirts. You I don't know how you haven't come across the idea to make a shirt only one team wins. Oh my god. Dude, that is your motto.
you want to hear
That is
something funny?
great.
So I'm in a fantasy baseball league. I have known nothing about baseball. I don't watch baseball. I don't, because again, I'm a Yankee fan. You know what that means? Wake me up when September ends. This part doesn't matter to me. I'm somehow in the finals of fantasy baseball.
Sure.
And I don't know how that happened. That's pure luck. But during the draft, I wore a shirt that says Paul McCree sucks at fantasy baseball. So now 100% of the time I wear that shirt, I make the finals. Now I got to wear it again next year. And he's a big guru too. Didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
That
I
often happens.
I don't even want to know what happens now when the Cowboys
Bless you.
are good and the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
They're not. Yeah, but Mike.
Then he's going into Super Troll.
Brian's gonna
now
be.
he's back on the boat.
You want to talk about the final boss?
See, Brian,
Oh my
Brian
God!
can't lose. Brian can't lose because if they're losing, he's against them. If they're winning, he's with them. He's winning. He's always winning. Brian's always
Almost
winning.
like I said it.
He's just being a troll. Yeah.
Brian
No,
will
but the
be
thing is, again,
final
If
boss.
the Cowboys are losing, he's winning. If the Eagles are losing, he's winning. If the Cowboys are winning, he's winning.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
Only thing the Eagles can do is win.
When they signed Prescott, that was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I hope and pray in my adult life I get to see that play out just once.
What?
Oh my God! 'Cause that's gonna be spectacular to read the comments. Brian is gonna leave. Oh my God, that's gonna be.
I will if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I will probably blow $1,000 sending Super Bowl shirts to people's houses. Like they'll just open it up. Like, what the hell is this?
And see, he doesn't even want the Cowboys win because he wants the Cowboys to win. He wants them to win so he can super troll.
Uh-huh.
So he can become a super troll. Yeah, that's what he's waiting for.
I want them.
That's
to
his
win.
final form. Cowboys winning, and he gets to be a super troll.
Hold on.
You know?
I want them to win. I just don't think they're capable of it.
Nah, they're not. They're just gonna.
I know they're not. The quarterback stinks.
They're gonna keep shooting themselves in the foot.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Until listen,
yeah.
I would like to think that
Until Jerry Jones is gone, you know.
I would like to think this team be better off when Jerry Jones is dead, but it's just going to get taken over by his idiotic son and his doofus daughter-in-law and the rest of his stupid family, and that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And it all comes back around. Pipe bomb.
Back
CM
around.
Punk.
It's just like, but they're like, oh, the Cowboys lost. I'm like, yeah, so it's regular season. Fuck, do I care? Who do you thought the Eagles? I'm like, yeah, but you care. You care about that.
Yeah, I
You
care.
don't get it.
You don't enjoy your team? No.
For what? This is delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, at least if they won 2 games all year, they have a good draft pick for all this losing. Get something for it.
I get in arguments. Well, no, I don't. Real Cowboys fans out here. I actually respect them. You should be.
They're the worst though.
There's no reason you shouldn't be a Cowboys fan out here. This is the fandom out here is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Like,
think
there's
that's
some
great.
stuff. It would be fun to be a Cowboys fan out here. So I don't hate them out here, but I hate the ones from back home. You know, those are the ones I hate.
The trolls.
If Brian lived in Green Bay, he'd be a Vikings fan. You know, it's just fun.
The possibilities high of that, Brian. Come on. That's a high possibility.
Well, I wouldn't live. It's too cold in Green Bay. I don't like that. But again, I am a Rangers fan first. Okay, like I am. Again,
I know you're a Rangers fan.
listen, I went to
You're
a
a
wedding.
Rangers
I went to a wedding this last weekend,
that.
and I ran into my old high school gym teacher, and he's like, "Oh, Ranger fan at heart." That's again, we're talking about word association about an hour ago. If the New York Rangers are the one of the first 3 things you think about when you see my face or think of my name, I'm doing it wrong. Like I've built that brand. That's me.
Yeah,
Right.
Sure.
But everything else is a subsidiary. Who cares?
For sure.
Like,
Yeah.
Again, like
Yeah.
I am a Rangers fan in Flyers country.
Yes. Yeah, you're a Rangers fan. Cowboys.
The Flyers fans that hate the Rangers like the Eagles. Therefore, I need to root for the team that the Eagles fans also hate, which happened to be Dallas. It could have been the Raiders. It could have been the Vikings. It could have been, I don't know, Manchester United. Whoever it was, that's what it was going to be. It was real simple. I have to be as opposite of these people as possible because I hate them.
Yeah, you're like French, dude.
But you're in the cult, so you don't see it. But my favorite.
I'm just an Eagles fan. I was born.
No. My favorite Eagles fans are the ones that get the humor.
Right.
Like when I post a picture of me
I get the
reporting.
humor.
When I post a picture
I
of me
guess I'm one of your
reporting Jalen Hurts imitating an NFL quarterback on Instagram, they think it's hysterical. Like awesome. That's the point.
Right.
If you get mad, you deserve to be mad. That's
Right.
my entire life view.
Right. So
If you're gonna let me bother you, I'm gonna fucking bother you.
you say I'm part of the cult, but I'm one of your favorites.
I know you are.
According to what you're just saying,
Right.
I get what you're
No. You
I
have
think
some
it's
cult,
funny.
you have some cult tendencies, but you don't see it.
No, I don't.
If you
There's a
separate
few of
yourself,
those.
you
There's
know,
an
no,
outlier
you know
of
who's
it.
No.
you know who's actually out of the cult really bad these days?
Ant.
Ant knows it too. He's
He
like,
just
I hate these
goes
people.
out.
They're so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he an Uber Eagles fan at
He
one
still
point?
is. No. He still is, but he doesn't drink the Kool-Aid. Like
Mm.
he was a big Hurts guy, and then he's like, you know what? I don't see it now.
Yeah, it's just reality, though. It's just the reality of.
Yeah, but people think I hate Hurts because he's an Eagle, and no, it's because I don't think that that's how the quarterback can win.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Because-
he stinks. To add to that he stinks.
Yeah. Well, we're all seeing it right now. It's not a good time.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're contractually obligated to him for 4 more years, right? Anyway, but this is like, but you tell, oh, your Dak stinks. I'm like, you're right, he does. And then like, what do you say to me after that?
There's nothing else.
Like, I'm not, jerking off my player. He stinks. I admit it. It's different. You should probably do the same, and then we're fine. Your quarterback stinks. My quarterback stinks. Okay, cool. Have a good day. Why are we arguing about it? It's like, but Mike, you know your people. They can't ever say the Eagles bad. They can't ever say that my guy's not good.
No, they do. They do.
No.
I was talking to my dad today.
Hold on. They do to each other. They can't do it
Yeah.
to the outside world.
Right.
Oh,
Until
it is like that.
until everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
That's cult mentality, right? There's going to be a point where they're going to turn on Hurts like they turn on Wentz.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be
sure.
that moment where it just happens.
Well, Wentz, he was the douchebag on top of it. He made himself very easy to hate. Hurts is just plain bad.
You know, it'd be nice if
But I could see it. Yeah, eventually, if he plays bad enough for long enough, yeah, we'll all turn on him. Fuck him.
I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody else when they had the Brazil game and they went over the 11 guys on the Eagles offense.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's the worst fucking one. Like they got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and the offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
He's the worst one.
I'll tell you who's on a short leash now. Saquon Barkley dropping that ball.
That was a horrible play call.
It was.
That was a horrible play call.
The whole game.
Yeah,
was-
run that ball.
The whole game, man. The whole game was terrible. But whatever.
Anyway, we went off tangent. We went off tangent there for a good 20 minutes.
We did.
That
It's
happens.
a sports box, man. That's what we do. We talk about sports.
There's no at this point. I don't think anyone's watching live, and that's
This
fine.
It's a box. We're all in this box talking about
That's it.
sports.
But I appreciate that you appreciate my heel work because I'm very good at it.
And it's funny thinking of it from a wrestling standpoint, like heel, where other people they're not gonna get it like that, like.
See, and you know why I hold back from like I text you things and I'm like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I hold back because I would be such a secondary heel. It wouldn't even matter anything I said. Like, if it comes from you,
Yeah.
it matters.
Like,
If it comes from anybody else in the sports box, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like, I get so mad when I say you don't even know how to tie your shoes.
Who would you if Brian was a who would you who is he in wrestling world?
Brian, today
Bobby Heenan.
or all time?
Bobby Heenan.
All time. Yeah.
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby the Brain
Yeah.
Heenan. I think Roddy Piper in his prime, smashing coconuts over people's head. You're Roddy Piper.
You're a weasel. That's why. He's the weasel. Brian Weasel Latar.
I am not going to physically assault someone. You're
Right.
going to want to punch me in the face, but you won't.
Yeah, you are. You're Bobby Heenan. That's funny.
Yeah. Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I
That's
just know what makes them tick. I know what they get mad about. Like, oh, somebody got mad because I said it'd be awesome if, like, if the Eagles lost the playoff game and everybody jumped into the Delaware River. Like, are you advocating for mass suicide, Brian? I'm like, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I am.
That's-
See what I mean? When he leaves it there, yes or no, that is the ultimate. I love
Like,
that.
why are you always talking about the Eagles? I'm like, well, I think about the people that I don't like and what affects them, and I just attack that.
Yeah. Or you're a coffee troll as well.
I love
You like
that.
the
Oh yes, the
big
Duncan-
coffee troll.
the peasants, the
Why-
Duncan
why?
peasants.
I just
We love to troll the coffee drinkers. That's
like
funny.
it's like I'd rather like so there's video of me and I'll send it to you of me. I was told that I would not go to Dunkin' Donuts, buy 4 large iced coffees and throw them out.
And I'm sure
You
you
think
did.
I won't do that? Okay.
He
Dude,
did.
that needs to be made into a TikTok.
Like $16 later, like I'm gonna give a shit. You told me I'm not gonna do this. I'm absolutely going to do this.
That needs to be made into a TikTok.
It's
Let
on
me
my
go
thumb. It
viral.
was like 4 years ago now, but Phil Collins.
It doesn't matter. It would go viral, bro. You need to make that a TikTok.
Do TikTok? No, TikTok is a Drake May is in the game. Okay, whatever. TikTok is an instrument of the Chinese government, and I do not support it.
So you need to go viral somehow, because think about it though. If you went viral on TikTok because of that peasant coffee, you could then further propagate your rangerness and your hate for you would be.
But you know what?
And promote Sports Box.
And promote the Sports Box.
They get so mad about the stupidest things.
Yeah.
And I know that. And it's funny. Like I have ego. Like Brandon McCarty likes everything. He laughs. That was so funny. Like that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I'll go attack Dallas fans for being cheerleaders. Like, well, who do you root for? I'm like, the Cowboys. My favorite one is like, Dak's terrible. Oh, who's better than your quarterback? I'm like, he is my quarterback.
Hey, have y'all ever seen this match? Pentagon.
No,
It's from Lucha Underground. You gotta watch it. Did you guys used to watch? Did you watch Lucha?
I don't think I didn't even know what channel it was.
I did a little bit. I could never find it.
They used to do mixed gender matches,
Mm-hmm.
and they were brutal. Like they just let them go at it for real.
Chelsea Green was in Lucha Underground for a while. She would wrestle somebody. Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, she was in there.
Yeah.
And they used to just like destroy these women.
Yes.
What's that? I'm an Eagles
fan.
Yeah, y'all should watch that if you get a chance. It's cool now because they're both in WWE, I guess.
Mike, yeah, watch it. Mike.
The Eagles look great.
Hold on, I'm trying to find. I came in here looking for something specific. I don't know where the hell it is. It's in my Instagram. Oh, here it is.
Paz, did you make that?
Mary Sue did.
Oh, that's cool, actually.
That is cool.
That is cool.
That is really cool.
What do
You
you
need
mean?
to make one. You only one team wins. That's the next one. You have to start wearing that.
I will never understand, dude. Oh my god. Oh, we're so good. We won this week 4 game. Like, who the hell cares?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't win 9 games in the NFL, you should kill yourself.
Well, can't win 9.
If you can't win 9 games to make the playoffs, you're not going to win shit anyway, which means you're better off winning 2 games and picking high.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about this cosmetic nonsense.
Didn't the Seahawks win with 9 wins? They won the Super Bowl, I think.
But they won not. No. My point is, like, if
they might not. Maybe they just made the playoffs.
I think that's the year they made the
win
playoffs.
enough games to get in, you weren't going to win anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, who had the most successful season last year?
Whoever won the Super Bowl.
Who was second?
Chiefs.
Okay, and who was second?
Niners.
No.
Eagles.
No.
The number 1 pick.
Number 1 pick, baby. The Niners are first loser.
Well, who?
The Bears.
The Bears. Oh.
If you're gonna lose, get something for your losing.
But they're probably going to flop on Caleb Williams anyway, though.
Well, that's now again. That's just blowing the value of what you earned. But yes,
Yeah.
that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Usually, the teams that lose and come in worst, they just lose again the next year and the year after that.
They don't. Yeah, but because they don't pick well.
Right. You got to hit year after year.
I like the Lions come back a lot. I love it.
I have Sam Brown in all of my fantasy leagues. I need him to play well.
You want to hear something real quick? This is my final thought. So I started a league this year. We call it the Complete and Total Excitement League.
Wait, what was it?
It's called the Complete and Total Excitement League.
CTE.
Correct. Okay. In that league, there is no bench. You start everyone.
This is a fantasy league.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start every player. Now, you have 4 bench spots you can use for injuries and buys only.
Okay.
And if your roster's out of, you got to fix it. You got to get your guys. You cannot have anybody questionable on your bench. They got to be cut, or you got to figure it out. Anyway, in that league, my first round pick was Christian McCaffrey. My second round pick was Puka Nacua. My third round pick was Isaiah Pacheco. My 5th round pick was T. Higgins.
Oh, this is a real league you're in. Oh, that's actually pretty fun. That sounds awesome.
All IR.
It's a lot of roster like the NFL. Like you can't keep every guy on your roster.
Yeah.
You got 53. You got 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 7 receivers, 2 tight ends. That's your roster. No kicker, no defense.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
It's the anti-best ball because in best ball you get all the good and none of the bad.
Right.
Whereas if you're going to have Devery Henderson or Jonas Gray on your team, like you're going to get all 17 games, not the one they score 4 touchdowns in.
Yeah.
So you can't just put guys on your team because the one time they might be good.
I like the concept. That's a good concept, especially no kicker.
So
I
I
hate
mean,
the kicker.
do like a crazy silly league.
My two main leagues that I run, we do play all. You play every team every week. There's no schedule.
Oh.
Okay.
So you play 11 games a week.
Okay.
Reason being the schedule can't screw you.
Right.
Doesn't make sense that the second highest scoring team should lose to the first while the 10th highest scoring team gets a win over the 12th.
So what's your record at the end of the year? Like 150 something?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's it's 11 times 14, so you play 154 games.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
You should do a CTE play everybody every week league. Just combine both.
So my other concept, which is going on I think year 8 now, is a different draft style where it's called pick auction. It is a hybrid between a snake and an auction. The way that it works is in a snake league, 10-team league, if you're one, you have 1, 20, 21, 40, 41, 60, and so on. So that's your currency to bid. Somebody says Drake May. I bid pick 60. Somebody bids anywhere between 41 and 60. I got to go up higher to go get them. And it helps because you kind of know who probably goes around pick 41, like who is probably going to be there for me. What happens a lot is people forget that they didn't use those picks, and then they end up using a pick on someone that they don't really.
That's interesting.
I come up with all these crazy shit that I think of.
That's interesting. And that's fully staffed league? You fully staff them?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
A couple years ago with COVID, I came up with something called the designated injury replacement player. Sleeper does it now. It's called auto sub.
Really?
The idea is if all the games are at 1 o'clock and somebody was hurt, you'd play the other guy.
Right.
So if you want to play a guy on Monday who's questionable, but if he doesn't play, you would have played the Thursday guy. Then before the Thursday game on our Facebook group, I designate Jordan Mason as derp for Derrick Henry. So Jordan Mason plays on Thursday, gets 25 points. That's awesome. You really hope Derrick Henry breaks his toe before he takes the field on Monday. If Henry dresses, you get Henry. If he doesn't, you get Mason.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because again, if it was all at the same time, you would make that change.
Correct.
Yeah.
Why should time screw you?
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
I have many good ideas that I implement.
I see. You should have ran for president, man. I've been telling you for
They would have
years.
stopped me by now because I would just cut promos on people.
This was the year I've been telling you for like 12 years, bro.
Whoever it is that I'm running against, like if they're already in office, I'm like, let me get this straight. You've been in office for 4 years, and you've also these great ideas. You didn't do anything the last 4. Well, why? Were you an idiot? Where was this idea 3 years ago? No, okay, yeah, you stink. I would literally cut heel promos, and I'd probably win.
I listen. It worked for Trump. His first go around.
Trump just gives incoherent stuff, and it does work. I would actually be a little more searchable.
His heel work was legendary in that first run.
It was.
It sure was. But this was your year. Attar 2020. I've been telling you that for at least 12 years.
I was actually going to run for governor of New Jersey, and my entire party platform was bringing back plastic bags and straws. That's it.
You'd get like.
I was like, what do you think about this? I don't even care. I'm bringing back plastic bags and straws, and I'm resigning.
Yes, please bring back the plastic. We don't play that out here, bro. We got plastic fucking.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure they give you 3 extras when you go.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you need an extra one here.
Bro,
take the stack.
Every time I go home, it's almost like a culture shock because I moved away, and then when I come back, I went to the Walmart and I don't have bags, and I'm like, what? Weird, dude.
It's
and
weird.
My wife texts me, can you go to the store and get these 5 things? I'm like, I don't.
You guys are still
carry
doing
them in my hand.
Paper straws?
Paper straw. You know what's great? When I go to Chick-fil-A, I get a foam cup with a plastic lid, but a paper straw.
Correct.
That's crazy.
We were growing up. Styrofoam was going to kill everyone, right?
Yeah. I think it depends on the place. Like Starbucks gives plastic straws. Some restaurants give plastic straws still.
Yeah.
So it depends.
All right. I got to go pee. Hey, listen. Good show tonight. We all went for about 45 minutes on nothing, and that's okay.
Beautiful. Sports Box.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Good night, guys.
Take care.
See you guys.